Okay, so welcome back to another session of Crown of the Oathbreaker. This is our fourth session, and who wants to do a summary of what happened last week?
Well, we were at the Temple of Life and did a small time backwards to the Golden Nectar, where Cassary and Krayshawn met with an old friend, Ozar the Exquisite, and learned that a certain Gareth, forgot the last name, but is looking for Cassary, and something about a cooking competition, if I remember correctly. We solved a little problem at the Temple of Life. Find out that old Trumbold, chef there, is putting something in the food that's porking it up a bit, turning people into pigs eventually. And he, rather than tell on why he did this, he just offered himself over to the Red Cloaks. Mumbled something about his wife being in danger and implied that someone might have pressured him into doing it, but not revealing anything. He mentioned he had a wife, this wife that he thinks is in trouble or protecting from danger, lives in the North District. It's called Celebra. And we got a piglet named Otti. After Ottmer, the Ottmer Honormail, who sort of thinks that Bone is not Bone, someone he used to know, it seems. And right now we're on a mission to find this Ada he received from his friend, to find a dwarf named Drak Tightlips, who we seem to have found, I think. Something about finding a treasure that will make him very rich, and it seems he has been digging and finding a sort of underground route to this buried tower we saw on the way there. Also, Gareth Gorso wants to give us lots of gold to find Cassary for him. And I think that's about it. Yeah, we found skeletons and smashed them.
An excellent summary.
And the record for the biggest hit so far is 48 damage by Bone in one hit.
Was it a critical hit with a bludgeoning weapon, I believe? So that's all sorts of bad. Okay, excellent summary. Thank you. Now, because I had to create a new instance of Roll20, the problem was when I did the old instance, when it imported all the monster token character sheets with all the hit points, roll to hit and all that was just gone. And the nice folks over at Elderbrain said, yeah, that's a bug that sometimes happens with Roll20. So they suggested I just create a new instance, which I did, which is why we had to go through the rejoining of this campaign. But we're away now. So let's pick it up inside of this cavern, I guess, underneath the sea bed leading to the lost, hidden to the sunken tower. Now, unfortunately I didn't bring the map over, so we're going to use a controversial method called, what's it called? Theatre of the Mind. So you're inside this tunnel that Drax Tightlips has said. And what would you like to do? If you remember that it kind of leaned up against the outside of the tower, it looked like. And Drax Tightlip is still there, and we'll kick off as, I don't know, this is too deep. I shouldn't have done this in the first place. I'm going to go find the Red Cloaks. Okay, I'll be back. And he starts heading back up the stairs into his house, presumably to look for the Red Cloaks, leaving you guys alone in this cavern underneath his house leading to the sunken temple. So, Heroes of Agliarion, what would you like to do?
Shouldn't we let him get the Red Cloaks just yet? I feel like they might shut down this entrance way into the tower. What do you guys think?
I think there's not much we can do about it. I think we can check what is around here and make our own discoveries, but ultimately I think the Red Cross there should check what's going on. I think we have some time if we want to make some, figure out from where these skeletons came from. I use I use the blood of my ancestors to try to focus into the magic of the tower, but as far as I remember, Michael, I didn't see anything, no?
No. The tower,
Yeah.
the outside of the tower just seems to be an outside of the tower. The most notable thing is, of
Yeah,
course, that
nothing.
it's buried. But Drax Tightlips is currently leading out. I can't remember who said maybe stop them, but they are climbing up the stairs. So if you want to stop them, this would be your chance.
I'm gonna turn my attention to Enration and be like, well, Ada has said his point of view. What about yours? Should we? I'm very curious to get into this place.
I mean, it sounds like Ada is gonna turn the other cheek, per se, so maybe we should let Bone try to smash his way in.
Yeah,
Smash.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind that. It's worth a try, right? Isn't it, Bone?
I mean, we got the pick over there. He got some big sledgehammer. We got the tools.
Smash.
What do you think, Bone? Would you like to try to smash the wall?
Okay.
So Banner is gonna go to Bone. He's gonna well, Bone is much taller than Vander, so he's gonna stand on his pinky toes and try to get as close to his face as possible and point at the wall that he's supposed to smash. And he's gonna say, "That wall has been naughty. I think you should try to teach it a lesson."
So you guys should be on a new map. I did in fact have the map. Just check you can move your tokens around. Not sure.
Yep.
There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we're back on the actual map with a quick import. Okay, so well, firstly, Drax Tightlips. He's scurrying up the stairs, presumably to find the red cloaks, and he's gone. If you want to chase after them, feel free to do so, leaving you alone in the tunnel. Bone,
I guess Bone looks at Vander.
While these guys are destroying and making their way, I'm just going to go up to be sure that we don't get trapped into a tunnel. So at least I see him going outside or something like that.
Okay, so you scurry up to the top stairs, Adi, and you see him going down the street, presumably to find the red cloaks.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay, back down or stay up top? Back down, or are you staying up top?
I go back down. Then once I realize he's gone, then I go back down with my torch.
Okay, very good.
But I'm going to keep looking at whether someone comes by going upstairs quite regularly. And some people may feel like I need to be distressed about something.
Sure. Tell you what, as you constantly climb up and down the stairs, number one, your legs are getting an excellent workout. Number two, make me a perception check, just as you scan the street to see anything that strikes you as unusual.
16.
16, okay, noted. I'll let you know if you spot anything that is untoward or anything. Bone! You would like to do some smashing?
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna help Bone as well. I'm gonna cast Minor Illusion, and I'm gonna create the illusion of this guy that we met last session, the pig. Well, the one that created people into pigs. And
yes.
I'm going to display his face on the wall.
Spots.
And I'm gonna say, "See, Bone, that's the naughty man, the naughty pig. You should teach him a lesson."
Oh, smash man pig! Try to hit his face.
Oh, I love
which I
Bone.
assume Vander places in weak spots at the wall.
Okay.
Yeah, wherever it's weak, so I guess.
Take some
Yeah,
swings,
gonna-
Bone.
Yeah. What we do in athletics? Or
Just
weapon attack?
weapon attack. Weapon attack.
It's gonna attack recklessly. No
Sure.
reason not to.
Wow. Well, yep. Well, just keep on swinging. Yep. It's gonna take. You're cracking, and Vander is directing you. It's gonna take a while though. I'm not sure how long Bone can go recklessly for, but he's doing some damage to it.
That's good.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Vander, why don't you make me... I'm not going to ask Bone to do this, but Vander, just make me a general intelligence check.
General intelligence.
Yep, so D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Oh, that's not too bad, actually.
It's going to take Bone maybe an hour to break through to the other side. Assuming Bone can keep going at his furious pace.
While Bone is swinging, I'm just gonna turn over to Enrage and be like, well, we might be here for a while. Do we have an hour? About an hour? I would like to have an hour.
Okay.
well, I mean, there's that pickaxe over there. I'm not too strong, but I can try to help the fella.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Adai would probably... He's strong as well, isn't he? Maybe he could do some damage alongside Bone as well. But
That
currently...
That is true.
It
He has that
seems
great
like
sword.
We're kind of stuck here for a little bit. And I have a feeling like the red cloaks are gonna be here before we manage to break through, at least at this pace. Vander's just gonna strut to... Adai still keeping a lookout, isn't he?
Yeah, I whispered something to you, Adai.
Yeah.
So Vander's just gonna strut and climb up the ladder to find Adai.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna say, we're currently trying to break through the wall, but it's gonna take a little bit of a while. I don't assume that you would like to try to help speed up this process.
I think we're gonna get help from the other side. And I point towards the window. Some red cloaks are coming. My suggestion will be that we ask them to allow us to get into the tower. We were helping them, and I told you that you could get some goods and money if we were lucky to find something. I think we should get a chance to do it. I will do the talk, and I think it's fair.
Okay.
Well, we don't really have much of a choice now, do we?
No,
If the
I
red
don't think that
cloak's right around the corner, then, well, sure.
makes no sense.
Sure.
I think it's good that you guys tried. Maybe we were lucky enough. That's why I didn't tell you anything. But I think now that we see them coming, makes sense too.
A little bit annoyingly, Vander's gonna go back down. He doesn't really like to be including the red cloaks, but realistically, we don't seem to have much of a choice. So Vander's gonna go back down. He's gonna place his hands on Enration's shoulder and be like, well, seems like the party's over. Hopefully these red cloaks would like to, or allow us to continue our little escapades.
Well, friend, might I
Bone?
incline?
Oh?
You might want to have your big fellow there settle down before the red cloaks get to you.
Yeah. Bone, why don't you take a little bit of a break? I think you need it.
It's going to keep smashing.
Banner's gonna face palm, gonna walk over to Bone, grab his big shoulder, and say, I think the wall is The wall is
Wally's naughty!
Yes, Bone, but the wall has been punished for now. Take a break, will you? And that's our order. Save your energy for later.
Okay, master. Just toss his sledgehammer aside and just stand there looking at the wall.
Okay. Let's
I will
switch.
greet the red clocks.
Oh yeah, I was going to say let's switch to Adai in the top level, and two red cloaks. They're not Nathal Westal, your friend and mentor. It's just two assorted red cloaks, and they say, "All right, what's going on here?" Drax here says,
Do I know them?
I'll tell you what, make me a history check to see if you've met them before. We'll do it that way.
20.
Yes, you recognize both of them. Oh, Adai, that's your name, isn't it?
Yeah, nice to see you again, Jay and John.
Jay and John. My name is Baron
Okay, Baron
and Lyther.
okay.
So
Nice
we're
to see you,
struggling.
Baron and Lyther.
We're struggling to remember your name too, Adele. So what's going on here?
Yeah, I was talking with Nathan late yesterday. He was telling me that Drax here was missing, and we should take a look. Me and some foreigners, and they were in the city recently, and we were, working together. Probably Drax already told you we found him, the poor man, in a box downstairs, hiding from some skeletons. I think our friends Drax dig a little bit deep, close to the old tower. Some of the people who were with me are trying to get into the tower to see whether we can find from where those skeletons came from.
Drax says, "Yeah, everything he said is true. Yeah, they did indeed save me. Don't know if this is quite right or quite legal, but I was trying to dig a tunnel into the sunken tower, and I unleashed something. But I do owe these men my life, and the two young lasses as well. All right then, let's have a look at this tunnel then," says Baron.
Yeah, come on in.
Don't have red cloak tokens just available, but Drax goes down. And the two red cloaks. All right, everybody out.
Guys, can you make some space for them to look at the tower? I checked for magic and I could not detect any, either in the tower or in the surrounding walls.
Well, Drax has stirred something up. I think it's best if we just close up this tunnel. All of you, out! I'll say
Don't you think it would be...
Kazri and Kiara.
Don't you think it would be...
Yep.
Don't you think it would be fair for us to check what's going on? I mean, if these skeletons came out, others may do as well later on. It will be maybe interesting to look what happened.
Drax, before you got to the tunnel, before you started this whole business, did you get any undead skeletons? Drax says, nope. Well, it seems the solution to me is pretty simple then. We're going to collapse this tunnel, and that's going to be the end of the problems. Now look, as a red cloak, as a lord liver, I'm going to look past the fact that you're trying to smash a wall through into the tower. Let's just put that aside, because you did do a good deed and save old Drax here. But now, I'm going to have to insist that you all leave, and I'll call in some labourers and we're going to collapse this tunnel up.
But I mean, if we leave now, skeletons could come back, and there's only 2 of you. It took 5 of us to kill the skeletons. I mean, I would hate for anything to happen to thee.
Perhaps I didn't make myself clear, sir. Saying that, sir, that policemen say when they're not being polite, but kind of pretending to be polite. Perhaps I was not clear, sir. I'm going to require you to leave this tunnel.
May Lady Luck be with you.
appreciate it. You, big guy, get out, says, gesturing towards Bone.
Bone, why don't you accompany me, won't you? Banner's gonna turn his face to the Red Cloak and be like, I think you make a fair statement, my good man, but I think the best solution and the most permanent solution would be to break through that wall and destroy whatever is creating these skeletons. I think your solution sounds fine as well, but down the road we might have another problem just like happened now. You never know what curious fool is gonna try to get into that tower, and I think that the best solution and the most permanent one would be to break through that wall and destroy the evil within. Don't you agree, my good man?
Let me take out my notebook and note down your suggestions. And he brings out a notebook, gets out a pen, doesn't write anything in his notebook, closes up his notebook, puts it away. Your concerns have been noted.
We will note them also with Nathan. I think he was interested in us keeping an eye here. He will be devastated, but we'll see.
I believe Nathal Wester requested that you sort out the problem with Drax. And you've helped out
right,
Drax.
But,
so we appreciate that. But we'll handle it from here. It's the small note. It's Nathal Wester, not Nathan. So it's a small note.
I shrug and I go upstairs as quick as I can.
Okay, so you all scurry upstairs along with Drax and says, well, yep.
Yeah, Drax, sorry to bother you now in that stressful time, but I promised my friends that there will be some reward for them if they will help. I could imagine that you are a little bit concerned for the situation, but they will be definitely grateful if you can assist them and help and provide a little bit of support from the help that you got from them.
Well, I mean, you guys literally saved my life. I mean, I was in the position I could either A, starve to death, or B, take on skeletons, and I was trying to decide which one. But here, come upstairs. And he goes around and collects various bits and pieces, and he gives you a mix of minor jewellery and silverware worth about 77 gold pieces altogether. I apologise, I don't have any actual gold, but I hope this will suffice.
I think it's more than enough. I think it's really kind of you.
Alright, well, got a bit of tidying up to do. As you can see, those skeletons left a bit of a mess. So, yeah, thank you. And if you ever need some blacksmithing done, well, you'll know where to come.
Well, I usually do mine myself, but I don't have a place to do it. So definitely, if I could at some point come here and continue my training, I would be grateful.
Well, you're more than welcome. You'll always have a friend in old Drax Tight Lips.
And well, I'm sorry to hear that the exploration is gone. I will imagine that at some point they may call us to take a look. Don't think this problem is solved. So my suggestion would be if you hear some noises, maybe you can reach us. We often sleep in, which is the tavern we were staying?
Lucky Leap.
Lucky Leap.
We usually stay at the Lucky Leap. Probably you can leave a note there if something is strange around here.
All right. Well, my first instinct is going to be to run, but noted.
That's a good instinct. Yeah. That's running and calling us will be both good options. I'm gonna approach vendor with some of the jewelry and for you and for Bon, and then I think you have a bag that belongs to me.
I do. Thank you, Adai. You made it worth both Bone and myself's time. Uh, Banner is gonna hand you back the gold that you gave him in the tavern. How much gold was it again? Like
It was
6
7.
or 7
7 gold.
pieces?
Yeah.
7? I will
7.
give that back to you, the pouch.
Thank you.
All right, so leaving Drax to do his cleanup, and presumably the Red Cloaks are going to come soon, you found yourself back in the district of the Seabed, with Kiara still looking like a different type of gnome, and someone else is looking like Daddy Gnome. Who is Daddy Gnome?
I am.
Vander. So you're still looking like a gnome. And what would you like to do? This took most of the morning, so it's about noon. So you've still got most of the day available to you.
Well, don't we have another quest, which, what's his face? Yeah, Garrett Gorso gave us about the cleaning mission.
The next day, yeah.
Well, you got 2 days
I
to
actually
do it,
wanted
rather.
to talk.
2 days to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We could definitely go there if you want to. That's fine. But I wanted to comment about something. But maybe we can do it. We can discuss that later. I think we have enough time. It's early in the morning, no, Malcolm?
About lunchtime, about noon.
Yeah. I will be happy. I mean, it will be fine if you guys want to go now there. I have a question for you about tonight, but we can wait until the afternoon.
Well, tonight is the night you're due to go to the pre-ball, Adai. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind. But that's not quite.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to discuss with them. Yeah, but,
Sure.
We still have time. Malcolm, I assume it's early, so after lunch I will have enough time to do something else before
Yeah,
the evening. No?
7-8 hours available to you.
Okay, but that's more than enough. Yeah.
How far away is this place even? Is it like...
It's inside of the High
hours.
District.
Oh. He's like Garrett Gorso's place, the place we wanted to clean out. Is that inside of the High District?
Yes.
Yep.
It's the 39, the Gorso Villa.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Then
And
I think we can head.
It's not too far away.
We just rested a little bit. I think we can just walk there and try to address the issue.
Okay. So you make your way back through the fish gate. Once again, there are guards there. If you remember, the whole reason why Kiara was disguised to look like a guard was disguised to look like a different type of gnome. If you remember, she's associated with the murder investigation. And while she's not a direct suspect, they do want her not leaving the city. And technically, once you leave the gates, you leave the city. Okay, but easy enough, now that she looks like a different type of gnome. And so you're heading straight for the Gorso Villa? Gonna stop at the Lucky Leap? What you gonna do?
Do you need anything? Otherwise, we can go directly.
we just say that we try to sell the gems to get gold and such on our way there.
Sure. I tell you what we're going to do. We're not going to roleplay them negotiating for the gems. So why don't your most persuasive person try and sell this silverware and stuff. So pick someone. They would just roll for it as opposed to roleplay it.
I think
it would be
Vandar
either
and
you or
myself
me.
are in persuasion. Can I assist him and give him advantage?
Sure. As you give them the hard negotiation. So yeah,
Cool. I love that.
persuasion at advantage. 20. Yep, you get full value. You get 77. Yep, perfect.
I did also collect a set of smith tools. May I try to sell that as well?
Cool. Same thing. Like a persuasion check
All right.
for the things.
With that advantage as well.
Yep.
the
Okay,
emeralds.
just looking at what blacksmith's tools are worth.
20 normally. Smith's tools is called.
Okay. Uh, 20. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's 10 gold. Oh no, you're right. 20 gold pieces, and yes, you sell Drex Tight Lips blacksmith supplies after he offered to do blacksmithing for you. Turns out he's going to have a problem.
Oh well.
Taking all of his available stuff that he could have cashed, but on the plus side, you're to the credit of 20 gold pieces.
I'm going to give half of it to an ration.
Oh,
So 10 pieces to you, my friend.
thank you there, kind.
Okay, perfect. So, cross over the bridge, approach the High Gate. Now, something to note here: the High District has got probably their own. Well, they do have their own personal guards. They're not red cloaks; they're royal swords. They're called, and three of them are blocking your way and say, no, sorry, no entrance without express permission of a noble. You may not enter. Oh, Adai! Sorry, I didn't see you there. Are these yahoos with you guys?
Yeah, they are coming with me. We are helping someone at the Corso Villa.
All right. Well, since you're with them, you have permission. But of course, they're also your responsibility, right? If we find any stories of thieving, stealing, we're going to trace it way back to you, Adai. Just the normal stuff.
Yeah, I know, and I look at these guys. And when I walk in inside, I shake my head and I whisper something to myself.
Okay. So, having gone through, and now you guys are under the responsibility of Adai. You approach the Gorso Villa, which was, as someone said, 39 on the map. Now, the mansion, the gate on it is locked, and it looks completely abandoned. The yard is unkempt and covered with weeds, and it is just dark inside.
Well, that's just beautiful.
Yeah. We should be careful. I think if this guy wanted to hide some people, we would not find dirty, but something else. Do I know how long this place has been closed, Malcolm?
Make a history check.
8.
Years. Maybe a year, maybe 10 years. You can't quite remember. But at least a year.
Okay. I would suggest, given my bad steps in the tunnel, that some of you maybe more, with more finesse, walk ahead. What do you think?
I think that Bone should.
Lead the way? That's fine too. Okay.
Well, your first challenge is that it's a gated combat.
Unless Endration would like to.
Oh,
It's a gated
I'll,
compound, and the gate is locked.
Oh.
Well, if somebody can give me a little bit of cover, I might be able to work a little picky on that lock there.
We didn't get a key from Gonzo. From the guy.
Yeah, that you did. Yep.
Yeah. Then I gave him the key to encryption. I think we can get, the right way inside, and I hand you the key.
Oh, that makes things easy.
swings open.
Remember, in Christian, this guy is quite slimy. I would not be surprised if he will try to charge us with something just to get information on the person he's searching for. So I think we should give him no excuses to put people behind us.
Oh, well, he already has a band of thugs with him, so they're probably somewhere.
Will not be surprised if this is a trap. That could be also.
Keep your eyes out. There was 5 people with him back at that old tavern where I was playing cards.
Okay.
I just need to ask you this question. If these thugs were to attack us, are we by law allowed to defend ourselves to the death?
You mean if these ghosts of people attack us?
Yeah. Are we allowed to kill them if they try to kill us? But
I think if you do in self-defense, that should be fine. I think if when they surrender, you continue, then I think I will be a witness of what you have done. But as far as you defend yourself, and it seems to me that these people are not trying to do any good, I don't see why you should not defend yourself with all means. But that's my opinion.
And I would also add on, this is something the character would know, that yes, absolutely you can defend yourself if it's a life or death situation. If you kill your attackers, things get a bit more complicated, because then questions are asked, did you have to kill them? So preferable if you knock them out, rendered them unconscious or tied them up. And then it's pretty straightforward from a law point of view, but killing them, it gets complicated.
Okay, I will communicate that, yeah.
Cool.
So try not to kill them with a blow if you can avoid it, but send can get messy. I think, as I say, this guy, I feel that this guy will try to cross us with any excuse, so the less excuses we give him, the better.
Yeah. I'll make an effort to try. But my magic doesn't always, spare people. I can't just decide to not kill people with magic. It doesn't work that way. I'm sure you understand.
I understand, but remember you may need to respond for it.
It's a child move. Just let's just put that beside us. Let's pretend that didn't happen.
It's 2 p.m. and I didn't commit any crime.
Okay, with the gate open, the path is overgrown as well, but it's easy enough to make your front door. And it's not so much he gave you a key, he gave you a set of keys. So presumably one's opening for the door. And I'm going to say, man, you guys, passive perceptions are great. I love it. So much stuff I can see past you. I'm going to say Adai.
I think Kiara's was the highest. She's not here.
I think she was 14 or something. No, not great.
Something, yeah.
But Adai, so you notice this as you approach the front door, and as Incratian's about to presumably open the front door, you notice it's unusually cold. Like the temperature drops about 10 degrees Celsius. I don't get Fahrenheit, but it gets significantly colder. There's some type of coldness
Do you feel that?
inside the door.
It
Little
seems
chill in the air.
Yeah, it's something strange. Like, feels like death. We should be careful.
I like the sound of that. Yeah.
Was the tunnel cold like this?
I was cold, but not as cold as this. It's a little off-putting, to be honest.
Just to be on the safe side, I'm gonna check the door before the incursion opens in case there's something funny about it.
Sure, make an investigation check.
10.
Apart from the coldness of the door, I mean, you put your hands on the door and it's cold as well, but apart from that, you don't notice anything.
Okay, let's test our luck. Would you like to open incursion or should I do it?
Sure thing. You handed me the keys. Wash my back. I'll attempt to figure out which key is for the front door and open.
Bit of shuffling
I'm
through
just
the keys.
unlocking the lock. I'm not gonna open the door. I'm gonna
Click.
make sure it's unlocked.
And you insert the key, give it a twist, and it seems to be unlocked.
Well,
Vander, would you like Bone to go first, baby?
oh, that's why he's here, isn't it? Bone, would you do the honors of opening this weird-looking door?
Okay. He's gonna just walk into the door and just shove it
You have
open.
to pull it, I think.
Yeah. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, something slips through. He's gonna pull open the door.
Something slips through. Okay, the door swings open easily enough. And the door swings open. And once this blast of cold air comes through, and nothing other than that, but it is very cold. And as you peer inside all of you peer inside the mansion, can everybody make me a perception check? And Doug, I got your message, and yes, I will.
Man, Ada, you and I are doing great for our perception being +2.
Yeah.
Okay. Perception. Oh, yeah, that's good. As you're about to enter the room, it's dusty, it's messed. There's this cold mist, which everybody notices just kind of drifting around there. I expect this is... You're not sure if this is the source of it, but the mist is definitely cold. And as Bone is about to walk in and Krayshawn, you spot something unusual on the wall, on the far wall of this room. There's a great big, 10 foot by 10 foot patch of brown mold. It looks quite nasty.
Is it moving, or is it just like a big old thing of mold?
Make a perception check as you peer at this mold. It's not moving.
I've been in some shady places before, but I've never seen something quite like that over there. Rather nasty looking. Don't know if it's natural.
Okay,
I'll
maybe
point to the mold.
maybe we should go around it just in case. I get inside with a torch.
Okay, so you're wandering in with a torch?
Yes.
Yeah,
So maybe yes, but maybe not under the mold. That's
okay. So you're gonna
we keep an eye just in case.
the initial hall. You'd have to get within about 5 feet of the mold, but you can skirt around it without touching it. Is that what you do, Ade?
Yeah.
Great. Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Constitution. Yeah.
Yep.
A 20.
20. When you get within 5 feet of the brown mold kind of explodes out, and you take... Oh, it's a terrible roll. 6 points of cold damage as this brown mold explodes on you.
Okay, I was thinking whether 6.
Six
Oh, take
damage.
it. Okay.
That's a terrible... I'm going to roll that again, because that's a terrible roll. Oh! Like a 30. That's what I should have rolled.
Oh my!
I would rather take the 6 if you don't mind.
Yeah, oh, no. I'm just testing my rolls. Absolutely, you can you can keep that one. That's fine.
Damn it! Did it explode as soon as I got close?
I specifically asked you 5 feet because 5 feet when you
Yeah,
got
no,
within
sure.
5
I
feet of
wanted
it.
to know whether I touched it by mistake or
No.
just to know how the trick. Yeah,
No.
okay. We have to be careful. This if we get close to these things. I think they have a way of sensing. Damn it!
Now I
Feeling
don't
like I was.
I don't have this whole mansion mapped out, but I do have certain rooms mapped out. So, this has got doors and windows that your character should be able to click on and open. So say you all swing into the room, and there's patches of brown mold kind of everywhere. You're safe where you are, but you know that if you get too much closer, these brown molds will explode in the same way that it happened to Adai.
Guys, can you trigger them from the distance?
I was
Well,
just thinking about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Vander, do you have any type of fire magic? I see you do some illusion stuff.
Oh, I hate fire, to be honest. So, no. But do you? Fire might be useful, and it might be the worst thing ever. If we manage to burn down this mansion, that is.
Good point. What about cold? Could you freeze those mold spots?
I think they are made of coal, as far as my bones can tell. I think fire, maybe we are careful, may work.
I'm just gonna try this. And then I'll just cast Chill Touch on the mold and see what happens.
Okay, first before that, Adai, can you make me a wisdom saving throw at advantage, please?
Okay.
Okay, you're fine. Just sending you a private message. Ah, if I could spell.
Are you writing me something or?
Yeah, it's in
Okay.
it's in roll 20.
Yeah.
Okay, but you're fine. Okay, so you're casting Chill Touch. Does Chill Touch do what type of damage? I'm not sure if it does cold
Necrotic.
damage. Does necrotic damage.
Necrotic.
Okay, just a sec. Yeah, you fire your Chill Touch. It's the brown mold is a little bit like doing a barn door, and the brown mold freezes for a second and then kind of falls off the wall into a dust on the ground.
That seems at least like it's removing some of the mold in the area. But I have a feeling that it's gonna take a while to remove it all. So maybe try to, well, pick and choose where we want to go, and then we can do some mold removal. And Ration, do you perhaps have anything to try to remove it with?
No, friend. I got nothing. I got this here dagger and these cards you've seen me
I
toss.
I can give it a try. I concentrate for a second, and when I open my eyes, you see they are glowing. And I take my hand over the torch, and I take some fire from it, and I throw it to the mold. I cast firebolt.
Okay, I cast Firebolt. Cool.
24 to hit.
Okay, so the
Then
Firebolt.
it
And we'll say you attack this far corner here. There was a 10 foot by 10 foot patch of brown mold. For whatever reason, there's no longer a 10 foot by 10 foot. The fire actually causes it to grow. And now this entire black back wall is covered in brown mold.
Okay, bad idea.
Well, it was worth a try at least.
Malcolm, did I hear ever about a growing mold that feeds on fire?
Make a nature check to see if you know anything more about this mysterious brown mold.
That's not the case.
No.
I'm puzzled.
Incration's traveled a lot. Can I try it?
Sure, same thing. Nature. Yeah, you've heard of this brown mold, which, strange enough, it feeds on warmth but gives out cold damage. And rather strangely enough, it's a bit of a mystery that botanists have been pondering for a while. It emits cold, it grows with fire, and it's prone to cold at all the same time. So dealing cold damage to it, strangely enough, would be the best way to destroy it.
I will relay that.
Wow.
People, you'll find a lot in a card game. I think I recall, for some reason, that their mold, fire makes it grow, but cold will make it slow.
Okay, never expected that.
Well, I don't really have anything that deals cold damage per se. And neither do Bone, unless Bone has not told me everything about himself. Do you, Bone?
Bone smash.
No, don't smash it. That's dangerous, Bone.
There's not much we can do. I think we just be careful and not to start it.
Maybe if we venture deeper, perhaps we'd be so lucky to find the source. And perhaps if we manage to destroy the source, everything else will die.
Good point. So, as you saw, it triggers when we get close. Now, we can try with other one, not with this one because it's really big. With your, we can trigger it by throwing something.
I'll point out that
Would you like to
Kezra, you
try
had a
to
quick
throw
look at her
your-
sheet. She has chill touch, but once again, it does necrotic damage. So,
Yeah.
Nope. Nobody knows she does magic yet.
okay.
Maybe go back a little bit so we are not that close to the wall, and I'm going to take what I can do, something from my inventory. Boom. I take the rope, for example, make a big knot, and I throw it towards the wall to see whether it triggers. I throw one end of the rope.
Yeah, you throw one end
With
of
a
the
python.
rope, and it thumps into the brown mold and just falls to the ground. It seems that whatever it does doesn't trigger it.
Yeah, so then I'm gonna do the same, but I'm gonna warm up the python, the python into the torch, like his heat, and then I'm gonna do the same, but without touching it. I want it to be like 5 feet close, like this radiance or something like that,
Ah, sure.
in case
Yeah.
it sends the.
Yeah. It lets out a poof of coldness. So it seems to be reacting to
Okay.
the proximity of the heat of the torch or whatever it is you throw.
Okay, I'm going to do that near the door that we have to close. I think we have to. There's a door to the northeast, no, which I think is our way in. I'm
Yeah.
gonna clear a patch there so that we can go into the door without starting the whole.
Right, so when you throw the source of heat, the brown mold poof dissipates, but it doesn't go away. It's still there.
Still there. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, doesn't destroy the mold, but it does give up like a poof of cold spores.
Okay. Does it trigger at the distance of the door that we need to cross?
You throw your torch here, and you get it right to the edge here, and it puffs out. It might be possible to sneak through this doorway, but there's a chance it might go off. You'd have to be very careful.
Okay, guys, so we try because I think as far as I see from the map, there are no other doors towards the inside, no?
Vander is gonna give Adai a quite annoyed look as he reaches his hand out to cast Chill Touch on the mole that's close to the door and say, try to remove it.
So Chill Touch, once again, does necrotic damage. And necrotic damage seems to be doing a bit of a trick, and the mold shrinks up a little bit like that.
Okay, that would be enough to go, probably. Just maybe try it a bit more so that we are safe, but I think otherwise we can go through, we can go close to the north wall.
Yeah, but as I said, it doesn't remove quite a lot, so let's be picky with the areas which we go. Vander is also gonna give a little bit of a smug smile as he removes the cold, and he's gonna say, may I just say one thing though? It seems like my skills are the ones that will, well, get us through this safely. Well, at least without managing to destroy and make this mold explode in our faces. I would think it fair that whatever payment we get, I should get a little bit more. Just, for keeping us safe.
Well, we already got paid. You already gave us our cut.
That's true. Well, let's say that whatever treasure we find, I want dibs.
If I'm not mistaken, the rest of people who are in this room kill any single enemy we encounter so far. Do you want us to give us part of your previous treasure, please?
Part of my previous treasure?
Yeah, because Incration and Bone and myself smash the enemies until now.
Oh yeah, but Bone is my comrade, isn't he? He's doing my part of the work. So, we're just as far.
I see how you can look at these things. I would say we are in here together, and sometimes some people will help more, some people will help less. And I will take that in account for any other business that will come in the future.
I agree with you, Adai, but at least give me the tips on if we find anything of interest that I would like to get my humble hands on.
Something tells me, even if you don't have my permission, you will get a way to get your beautiful hands on it.
Beautiful? Oh, Adai, you're such a flirt. But fine.
Well, best.
Listen, friend, let's make this a little wager here. I'm gonna hold out a deck of cards. We're just each gonna draw one card, and if you have the higher card, I can agree to your terms. Let's let Lady Luck decide.
I'm more of a dice person myself in narration, but sure. I wouldn't mind.
It'll just be rollies. We'll just do it that way.
Good old rollies.
So just a D20, yeah.
8. Oh, double rollies.
Oh,
Okay.
redraw, reshuffle.
Okay. Interesting. I like this. Fun.
There we go. Kracian gets it.
Well,
Looks like
let's
Lady
smile
Luck's
to
with
you,
me.
my friend.
So listen, I don't care if you short Ad-Eye, but you gotta be honest with me.
Well, Haven't I always been honest with you, Enration?
This is true, friend.
Why would I stop now? There's no reason to.
No reason
Okay.
yet.
Well, don't give me a reason to be dishonest. But I have a feeling you won, so we're good. But let's continue. It seems like doing this little bit of magic might clear us the way. And I'm intrigued and curious of what we'll find.
Okay, be careful and let's go in.
As you have been talking, the mold has grown and crept to cover the entire back wall. It seems as if this necrotic damage you're doing from chill touch is kind of stunting it, but not removing it. And your mind goes back to Incration's opinion that cold damage is the best way to do it. I understand that's a problem for you guys, but
It is. Well, we could try to be smart and such. I mean,
we
metal
could
leaves
just
cold
be.
very well, doesn't it?
But another option could be, Vandor, do what you have done, and instead of discussing for half an hour about imaginary treasures, we go through the door.
Well, yes, I agree with you, Adai, but I would also not be trapped in a position where we're currently standing in an area where we removed the molds and suddenly it starts growing around us again, causing an explosion. That doesn't seem too pleasant. But might I suggest one thing before we go on? If we can't do it the other way, which I am going to suggest, I assume the best choice is to use the magic. But currently, this place is cold as hell. Isn't that right?
yeah, very chilly in
Metal.
here. Yep.
Metal leads temperature changes very well. Perhaps if we were to lower the temperature of our steel and manage to damage the mold with that frozen metal, perhaps that would do something more permanent.
I wouldn't like to get close to the mold. That's up to you.
And Ration, your cards, what are they made out of?
Which cards would you be referring to?
Well, the one that hurts people.
Oh, that's a light metal with a sharp edge.
Light metal. That sounds like a option to try at least.
They
What if you
are
were
uncomfortably
to-
cold to your touch, Incration, as you... These metal cards are uncomfortably cold in your hand.
If you perhaps put the cards against a colder surface, maybe it would alleviate the coldness in the cards as well.
You got a way to that you could bring the card back to me if I try to give it a throw?
I do not. Well, unless the mold disappears by the damage. Well, we could always destroy the mold with my way temporarily and then return card.
That works. I'll take one of the super cold cards and give it a fling right here.
Decreases.
Interesting. I do wonder if that's permanent or not. But Bone or Adai, would you have the honor and open the door so we can continue?
Okay, I will go ahead and open the door.
Okay, the mold does not... well, first of all, it's not changing shape in the same way that when Adai opened it. And Adar, you swing open the door and it appears to be some type of a kitchen. And while I used something called Dungeon Alchemist to make this map, by the way, which does an excellent job. And I've kind of ruined it by doing these blue streaks indicating brown mold. But it's a kitchen.
Nice.
I'll quickly throw 3 more cards at the mold here and then grab them.
Mold appears to be gone. So the cold cards in your hand are doing some type of coldness to this mold, and it's disappearing.
That's an useful trick.
Yeah, it
Great
seems to be
idea,
really.
Vander.
Great cards, I would say.
Yeah, it seems that what Incretion is doing seems to be helping more than anything else that the rest of us is doing.
Bone has a delayed reaction to Vander's command of opening the door, so he's going to walk through the open door and open the next door. Open.
Very good work, Bone.
Oh, but Bon, be careful not to open too many doors.
Roll
I think
for
we are good
initiative.
with this man at the moment. We are good with the doors at the moment. Oh, okay.
We'll get to exactly.
Vander's very excited when Bone opens all the doors. That's so much fun.
What's nice that I like Bonin that he's so straightforward. There's no or listen at the door, perceive the door, double check the door, check for traps. Nope, just open the door.
Yep.
It's making.
Go right in.
We do a lot of. I think with this way we are gonna make like 4 encounters per day.
And just a sec.
Wow, we all rolled horrible for initiative.
Yes.
Oh
we do.
yeah, sub 10s, everyone. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Kiara? Is she with us as well?
She's off at the zoo.
Okay.
Actually, we'll do. Okay, so as Bone opens the door, you notice these 4 creatures on the roof. They seem to be mostly made of ice. And they say, "No! No! This is our home! Get out! Get out! Get out!" And they're going to get a surprise round. Just bring up, whoops, their stat sheets.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Why are we surprised?
Yeah, well, they heard you
Ripple.
clomping around and talking about mold and stuff, or they remain
Okay.
quiet.
Yeah.
And they're going to fly over here. The ceiling is only 10 foot high, so even when they're hovering over the ground, they can reach you. And this one, actually all 4 kind of fly around you. Can you make me 4 dexterity saves, please, Bone?
Oh yeah.
And they kind of scoot back.
Just checking my danger sense. If it says anything, if I'm surprised. Advantage on dex saving throws against effects you can see, traps and spells, for example. To gain this benefit, you can't be blinded, deafened, or incapacitated.
Okay,
So that would mean advantage, right?
Yes. That's a pass.
So 4 of them.
Yeah, 4 of them, please. Ooh, that's a failure.
Oh.
That's a success. And that's a success.
Next one.
Oh,
Yeah.
4, that's 5, so ignore the last one. So from the first one, you take half of that. So 3 points of damage. For the second one, take 3 points of damage. For the third one, which you pass, take half of this, so take 2 points of damage. And for the fourth one, half of this, so another 3 points of damage. Did you get all of that, Bone?
Yes.
11 points.
And so they all swarm down on you, and they let off this breath of cold air, and they cackle, and then they retreat back. They're pretty quick, so then they scatter back around the room. Oh, and then it's their 3 turns to start with. Bone, roll me a d6.
Okay.
Okay, doesn't get its cold breath back. But this one swoops down and it says, "Get out! Get out! Get out!" And then swings a claw at you. Whoops. Sorry. Creature quietly. And it tries to rake the claws across your chest. And it rolls an 11, so you dodge out of it. And then it cackles and it's going to fly back to where it was. Bone, you can have an attack of opportunity if you like.
Yeah.
19, the sledgehammer connects. You don't do 9 points of damage. You do 18 points of damage as your sledgehammer collects.
Yes.
You see this creature mostly made of ice kind of cracks. It's, ah! Okay, so, well, 2 things prone to bludgeoning. Good stuff. Okay, as that one swoops and comes back, this one, roll me another d6, Bone.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Nope, that's only on a 6, this particular creature. This one's going to swarm in, try and rack its claws across it. Rolls a natural 20. And you take 4 slashing and 4 cold. Since you haven't had a chance to rage yet, I imagine you'll take all of that damage. And then it swoops back. You'll be the first to die! Weak human flesh! Roll me a d6, Bone.
Yep.
Doesn't get its breath weapon back, but it's going to swoop in, rake you with its claws, rolling an 8, and then swooping back. Get him! We'll feast on his bones later! And finally, you guys get to go. And Kracion, as you see Bone just absolutely destroyed. What do you do?
Okay, what do I do? Okay, let's see if I can do that. I am just going to let's see. I'm gonna cunning action hide in the corner here.
Okay, make your stealth check.
Okay, so probably not, but I don't know. And then I am going to hold my action, hold an attack for anything that comes near an ally for a possible sneak attack.
Okay.
Holding an attack that will trigger sneak attack.
Okay, just in case I forget it, 10 is not good enough. They do see you, so
Yeah,
you won't get advantage, but worth a
No
go.
advantage, but
Okay, so Kracion darting behind Bone, ready to launch when... you see when one of these ice creatures is next to an ally for sneak attack, right?
to trigger sneak on the attack. Yep, any ally.
Okay, cool. So Kracion, that will be your turn. Bone, roll me a d6. 2, doesn't get it back. Same thing again, it's going to swoop down, bring out its claws, try and rake it across your chest. Rolling a 12, despite you looking bloody and frostbite, you manage to dodge it, and then it swoops back further back into the room. Okay, Vandor, you're up.
Wouldn't that have
Okay.
triggered me? I could see him swooping the bow.
Oh, sure. So when he gets to that point, let's make a normal attack. And 23 does hit. So, yes. You don't get advantage, but you do get sneak. So, yes, excellent. So, 8 points of damage. The creature cries out as the card sweeps through it, and it retreats back into the corner. Sorry, Vandor, you're up.
Okay, well, Vander is gonna move up close enough to see what's going on inside.
So, this is a dining room, obviously.
A dining room. Right. The bat seems scurried around the room. Vander is probably going to cast an illusion, a minor illusion as a cantrip,
Sure.
and he's going to say, "You guys live here and you're made out of ice, but why would you live in a place that's currently burning?" And he's gonna make like this crackle sound with fire, like he did last time in the oven, but this time he's gonna like he's gonna place it over here in the back. So it's
Okay.
kind of hard to, like, for them to examine it, they have to at least try to turn their attention somewhere else. So it's
Hey.
just going to be the sound, not the fire itself.
Oh, okay. But I put this little thing here, so why don't you place that exactly where you want it to be?
Let's see, can I? I
Assuming
don't
you can
think
move
I
it.
can move it.
Ah, okay, you can now.
There I can, cool. I'll just place it here by the window.
Okay, so it's a sound of crackling
Uh.
going outside. Okay,
Yeah,
you're trying to imply the house is on fire. Okay,
I am.
okay, make me a spell attack. We'll just treat that as how well this illusion goes off. So make a spell attack. So D20 plus your
You
spell
don't
stuff.
want me to cast Deception, do you?
No, but,
I can do a spell attack.
Sure.
So,
12. Okay, noted. It's a little fire crackling sound appears outside the window. Okay, is that your turn, Vander?
that's my turn.
Okay, Bone, you're up.
Bone cold. Bone smash. Forgo all self-preservation because he doesn't know what it is, and he's going to attack this thing recklessly.
Good boy.
Okay, roll me a D20, Bone, and roll high.
Ooh.
Okay.
17.
I'm not going to say what that's for, but that's good enough. The sledgehammer connects. Boom! Once
7,
again.
14.
No, 14 points of damage as your sledgehammer just cracks through this creature. See little chunks of ice falling off it. A beautiful hit. Okay.
Yeah, that's his turn.
Okay, nice. Running in. Edai, you are up.
I move here and I'm gonna try to destroy the one which is fighting with
Edai, make me a
him.
dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Is there any mold here or something, or?
What? Oh, no, sorry. The mold's in the kitchen, sorry. No, it's not there. No, you're fine.
Okay.
See, this mold was slightly on the right on the line of.
Sorry,
actually in the
yeah,
kitchen.
I see.
Sorry, that's my mistake.
Yeah.
No, you're fine. Okay.
Okay, so I going to okay, I'm gonna attack at the moment this one.
Sure.
Let me just roll. So 13 to hit.
13 hits with your greatsword.
Okay, so it gets 13 points of damage.
The creature shudders for a little bit as you cut through it, and then boom! It explodes in icy shards. I need both Edai and Bone to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Okay. 19.
Oh.
So Edai, you dodge out of. Oh no, both of you're going to take half damage from this roll. Bone, you're going to take the full damage as these little ice shards boom, explode out. And roll it a D8. 7. Gets Bone right in the chest, and Bone Ah, man. Just a sec. I didn't add my custom markers to this particular game. Whoops. Give me a second. Remove. Add. Okay, is that better? I might need to refresh your page. Just so we get the new normal token markers that we do. Okay, so explodes on Bone's chest. Bone gasps and then falls to the ground, prone, bleeding, dying.
Oh shit.
Damn it. We need help here, man. And I'm going to use my bonus action as for second win.
Okay, so second win, so you heal up.
Okay, that's good because I need that.
Okay, the Bone is down.
Okay,
Is that
that's
the end of your turn? That's your turn. Okay, Kazri, played by Doug. What does Kazri do?
Crossbow bolt at this one because it looks like the angle is perfect.
Okay, yeah, take a shot. With a crossbow, 16 is enough to hit. So it zooms across it, crashes into the creature for 9 points of piercing damage. Actually, let me just check.
Sorry, Malcolm, I forgot one thing. I wanted to move. I forgot
Sure,
a couple of steps forward.
sure, feel
I will
free
see.
to move. Okay, so the arrow does a good amount of damage, socks into it, and a nice turn, Kazri. Is that her turn?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, now ice methods. Adai, roll me a d6.
1 second. 5.
5. No, that's not good enough for it to... not good enough for it to get its breath weapon back. But it will crash, push through this table that falls over with a clatter, comes up right next to you, and it says, "I said, get out!" and tries to rake you across the chest with a claw, but it misses with an 8 as you dodge back, sway back easily enough. That's a miss. Okay, that one's dead. Won't get a turn. But this one, Adai, once again, roll me a d6. 4, doesn't get it
4.
back. But it does swing next to you from down there, rakes out with its claw, whoosh, and rolls a 10. That's another miss. Okay, Incratio.
Okay. Well. Yeah, I can see Bone, so I'll pop in. I'll go to Bone. I'm gonna use my action to try to stabilize.
Okay, medicine check, DC 10.
Oh, it was on a 15. Okay.
How does Incration, describe to me how Incration fails to bring Bone back?
Just the wrong method of CPR, and I'm like breaking a rib as I'm doing it.
Okay, not good. So that's your action.
Yes, I guess cunning action. I'm going to dive and hide under the table.
Okay, cool. Make me a stealth check. Okay, so I'm going to say you get behind the table, push over and kind of duck behind there. Let me check. 12's not good enough. Once again, they do see what you're doing. The passive perception is 12, so no good. Okay, is that your turn, Incration?
Maybe the turn.
Adai, roll me a d6.
4.
Yep, gonna come up, gonna surround you, attack you once again with the claws, and this time it's a natural 20. Whoop.
Natural 20!
So you take
Natural 20!
7 slashing and 5 cold. 7
7 and
slashing,
5.
12.
I think okay, no, I will just hit it.
Okay, so cuts into you. Vander, your turn.
Right. Which one seems the most damaged currently?
This one, both of these ones other side of Adai seem most damaged. Oh, sorry, I'll put the hit point bars on. I thought they were on, so just give me a second. I'll show exactly how they are. So you should see hit point bars on all of them now.
Right. Well, Vander is going to enter the room. Well, no. First, he's going to try to hit the one that's behind
Sure.
Adai with his chill touch.
Chill touch, which does necrotic damage, right?
Right.
14 hits, roll damage.
4 points of damage.
So the ghostly hand of Chill touch goes into the creature, pulls out a chunk of it, and it shakes for a little bit, and then boom, explodes. Adai, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
That is not good enough for half damage. So you take D8 points of cold damage. Oh, lucky. Just 1 point of
I would
damage.
take the one. I would take the one.
And that could have been 8, which would have taken you down. Okay, Vander. Hurt Adai a little bit, but destroy one of these creatures. And then it just...
So when I get the shards into me, I shout to the others, remember that we have some berries from the druid.
Oh, yep.
Does everyone have one?
Yep, one berry, we'll say.
Yeah, one each, I think it was.
Yep.
I forgot about the good berries. Good call.
Okay, well, Vander is gonna enter the room and seeing that the little frost bat in thing is fairly close, he's gonna be like a little stopped in his tracks, and he's gonna end his turn right next to Adai.
Okay, excellent. Okay, Bone. Privately make me a death saving throw. Do you remember how to do that?
Yeah, I've set my D&D Beyond rolls to go directly to you. It
Okay,
should
cool.
work. I'll just do a little check first to see if... Why did I get a nat 20 on the test?
You just rolled a natural 20. However you look at it.
Yeah,
Bone,
well, sure.
you're back.
How
Natural
we do
20!
it?
Natural 20!
I probably went private, but okay.
Yeah, it's a natural
I assume
20.
It doesn't... yeah, well,
So
that's
that
good.
happens at the end of your turn. Does it happen? When do death saving throws happen? Does anybody know? At the start or end of turn?
Let's see.
I want to say start.
Whenever you start your turn with 0 hit points. Let's see.
Yeah, when you start.
Okay, so you're on 1 hit point and you have a turn, Bone. You are prone on the ground.
Yeah. Let's see.
Huh, okay. This is classic for Bone. You know, he's got this undead Frankenstein kind of vibe. So you do wake up, but you bend from the hips. How does that sound, Bone?
Yeah, that sounds good. So just his own whole body just twists in weird places, and let me see if he has some control. Nah. Let's see. He's gonna go over here and smash this thing.
I assume you stand up first.
Oh yeah. Let me
Yeah, but
see.
plenty
Yeah, that's
of stuff to get over there. Okay.
just pushing Vander out of the way and just giving the momentum and yeah,
Okay, take a swing.
reckless attack.
Reckless? Okay. 14 still hits.
So that's
Roll damage. Massive
20.
hit. 20 points of hit. Once again, you hack into it. Bits of ice shatter off it, and the thing is just holding its form together. Almost took it out on 1 hit, but not quite.
Yeah, that's going to be his turn.
Okay, nice turn. Adai.
I mean, I've been close to the mold. Do I feel that here will be safe, or is too close?
Well, I'll tell you what. Make me an intelligence check.
$22.
Here it might go off. If you stand on this desk, it'll definitely go off. So I'll let you choose.
Okay, because I don't want to get 2 saves. Okay, I'm not gonna take the risk because I will die. I'm going to move here and attack the one in front of me.
Sure.
Careful, guys. And I'm gonna attack it. See. Manage to roll. I think this is a hit.
18 hits, yeah. Excellent.
8 points of damage.
Dexterity saving throw for Adai, please.
Okay. I guess I don't have enough time to go away with Misty Step, no?
No, at the point where it dies, it explodes. You don't have a chance to get away, unfortunately.
I fail.
So you take D8 points of cold damage. You knock yourself out.
I'm gonna use my reaction to cast Absorb Elements.
Oh, okay. Sure. So you take 1 point of damage? Is that how it works?
No, I take half of it, which is from 5. I take 2.
Okay, and then you absorb it.
No, I rolled the damage by mistake, but I'm still alive. Is my point.
Okay, that's good. Okay, so the absorb element goes up.
But I'm going to use my, because I don't want to die here. My eyes start glowing, and I start smiling with a cheeky smile, and I pop and disappear from here and appear here.
Boom. Okay, teleport wherever you did it. Boom, out of harm's way. Oh, had I? Okay, so there's just one left. What does Kazri do?
Just gonna be too scared if Bone would die from shooting her crossbow, so hold the attack action or when that thing's not near an ally.
Okay. So, holding her bow, getting ready to go, and it's Incretian's turn.
I guess I'll shout out, Vander, they explode. You and Bone are near. What do you want me to do?
Give Federation this very concerned look. I don't want this thing to explode in my face.
I don't think it's getting out of your face, friend.
And that's all that Vander will say.
Hold your breath.
Shut your eyes. I'll throw a card at it.
Okay.
So Vander will not be pleased.
Well, let's see if it hit. It definitely hits, and it's on 1 hit point. So no matter what damage you do, boom, it explode. Bone, there's nothing you can do about it. If you make your save, you're going to take at least 1 hit point of damage. But Vander, you have a chance. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, nearly an 18, but...
And you
So
take,
far, so
8 points of damage.
Oh, that's actually rough.
Shards fly everywhere. Now, with the last enemy dying, is somebody going to feed Bone?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Vander's just after his hair, his face is completely frozen. At least it's not his own face. That's one thing to be happy about. Vander is just gonna get down on his knees and pop this little berry thingy into Bone's mouth, grab his jaw and make him chew it, and try to get it down his throat.
Okay, done. So Bone, once again, you come back with 1 hit point.
Bone cold.
Yes, Bone. Banner is gonna slap Bone's cheek and be like, "It's not night yet, Bone. You can't sleep here. Get up. No resting yet."
Once again, bending from the
Let's pick it
hips.
Yep.
And stop being so creepy, Bone. I don't like it.
Okay, master.
I'm gonna take cards and start throwing at the mold, Malcolm, and chop the mold
Okay.
away.
Eventually, you manage to get rid of all the mold
I'll
with
pop
your
back in the
icy
kitchen.
cards. And get back all your cards. So,
This
full
almost
set.
kill us. We have to be more careful. Bond, my friend. Maybe we need to talk before opening doors. I think that could be the end of us otherwise.
I think that's a
Talk
I
the
don't-
door.
I don't see any more doors, friend. I think we're done. I think we're
Oh.
clear.
Sorry, the mansion is much bigger than this, but I didn't map out the whole mansion. But you can go around and just destroy the brown mold. We'll treat that as just an imagination. So
While Incretion is destroying the mold, I want to check a little bit to see whether we find something that will tell us from where these cold creatures came from, maybe the cellar or something like that. And second, whether I see some interesting documents on these guys.
okay, so Adai, you can make an investigation check as you search around it, and if anybody else wants to have a search around, you too can make an investigation check.
Yes, I'll search for any type of hidden treasure in this mansion.
Yeah, but I probably won't find
Nope. Don't see shit.
anything.
22.
Okay. Okay, I whispered something to one of you, so let me know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't see whether there's any source for these creatures, but I found something interesting, and I produce a pearl.
Ah, sorry, no, not a
I think
pearl.
that
It's a
would be a
pearl
onyx.
earring. It's a pearl earring. Is that
Ah,
just one of
pearl.
them? Sorry, that was my mistake. And it's got the tiny UG in letters engraved on it.
UG. Perhaps
Okay.
one of the Gorsos.
Yeah. Well, I think we can keep it for the moment, and I put it. I put it in my pocket, knowing already that it may disappear before I.
Okay, when you note it
Incretion will actually be.
in your inventory, can you just put page 142 on it, just so I can cross-reference back? So page 142.
Page 142 for pearl earring. Okay.
Yep, just in case it comes back later. Okay, so you go round and you destroy all this mold. It's all gone. You search around. It takes a good few. Yep. Creation?
Sorry. Incretion will be honest with Adai and be like, "Listen, friend. Newfound respect and all. I don't mean this in any way, but you seem to be quite an honest fella there. Maybe I could hold on to that since I'm a little adept at lying."
Sure thing. The only thing I suggest, I will keep it with us. Anything that we can find here could be useful in the long run. I think that this guy is trying to frame us and trying to, at least your friend, and
No,
I think he's not going to play.
not a
My point is
friend.
that, yeah, so I will keep it. So what my suggestion would be is don't sell the pearl. Just keep it for us, I think, until we find out whether this is useful or not.
Oh, I don't plan on to sell it. You don't have to worry about that. I just you seem to be a straight shooter, and I'm a little more adept at lying. Is all I.
Yeah, sure. Just take it. That makes sense to me. I don't want to get hold on it. I just mentioned that we should be careful with what we do with it. And I hand the pearl to him.
Okay.
As Adai hands the pearl earring over, Bone's gonna walk over to you and look at you with very creepy, monotone stare and grab and squeeze your shoulders and just look into your eyes.
Me?
What's going on, Bon?
And you somehow feel a bit better. It's something just Something in your muscles. Your
Oh.
bones.
As the magic goes through me, this is fantastic, Bon. You are. Thank you very much, Bon. Well done.
Strikes you as a bit odd. I mean, you've seen Bone as this, bit of a brute monotone, and somehow he's healing. What's up with that? I wonder.
When you're done, Bon, with the I hand my I take my hand forward like to shake your hand. Do you take it?
Gonna look at it a bit quizzically. Not sure.
And then noticing that he's having doubts, I just pet his shoulder, but like carefully, not to trigger anything.
He's about to squeeze it, and just as you move it out of the way, he just.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we can work on that. Thanks a lot, Bon.
As you finish
Walk
your
away.
cleanup and dusting and getting, once the ice creature's gone, once the mold is gone, this creepy white cold mist just goes up, and after a while, the whole mansion returns to a more normal temperature. And as you're about finishing up, getting towards 5-6 o'clock, you hear a knock on the door of the mansion. What's up with that knock? That's a good question. Let's have a short break, stretch the legs. No blood clots allowed, and we'll reconvene in 5 minutes as you deal with what is knocking at the door. Okay, see you guys in a bit. Okay, so having rid the mansion of both the mold and these strange ice creatures, strangely you hear a knock at the door. We'll say this door over here. What would you like to do?
Well, that's weird. Anyone feeling curious?
I will go and open. I think we're not doing anything wrong. So.
Okay. Feel free to wander over to the door.
I'm gonna open, but I'm gonna be careful in the sense that don't get smashed in my face if someone enters raging or something like that.
Sure. In classic D&D, you're already having problems with the doors. But this door is perfectly safe. It opens up, and you see like a courier there, like people you've seen like running messages around there. And he's got a big parcel with, looks like a big stack of papers, maybe 200 odd of them. And he says, hello, I have a delivery here for Gareth Gorso. Is he in? I heard some motion. I have a delivery for him.
He's not here, but he lives here. We are working at the moment for him.
Oh, of course. Well, this is unfortunately cash on delivery. So, so if you can pay me the balance of 50 gold pieces, I can be on my way.
We don't. You want the money from him? You think you need to reach him?
Well, I'm telling you, for me to leave these packages here, this package here, I'm going to require 50 gold pieces.
I look to the others. Anyone interested to help?
Will we get a receipt?
Of course.
Well, I could always borrow you some money. But there's gonna be interest to that.
I don't. I think you misunderstood me. If anyone is interested, they can do anything they want. Otherwise, I send this courier on his way back.
You know what?
I think
I'll pay that there 50, and I'm gonna charge some interest to Mr. Goroth to get these papers back. So here you go, friend. Have the 50 gold. I'll take those papers.
Okay, 50 gold pieces, and he hands you the package and says, okay, thank you very much. Please let Gareth know. Please pass the package on to Gareth. Thank you very much. Have a good day. And he closes the door and leaves.
I immediately start siphoning through the papers.
There is about 200 pictures of Khazri with the word wanted on it and the words reward 500 gold pieces.
Well, Banner's not gonna say ooh, but he's think it.
I instantly put them down in like the kitchen and like the sink, and I ask Adai to use his fire to burn them.
Are you sure?
Do you want the entire town looking for Cher
No.
once the illusion wears off in 2 days?
No.
I'm sure.
Okay, I think there is a time in which a man has to do what is right. And I point towards the stack of papers and I burn them.
Easy enough. They burn up.
And then I will try to do anything I can to clear the sink of the burn marks or anything so there's no evidence.
Sure, easy enough to do.
Okay, I think we have done. So I did, Malcolm. When I searched the place, I didn't see any entrance for a cellar or anything like that. No, anything which is
There was a
interest.
cellar. There was a second story, but it's all been abandoned for a number of years, so there's nothing really of interest. When you look around looking for secret tunnels, secret doors, something like that, nothing comes up.
Okay, good. I think we can just leave the place and report back to him. Maybe send a message or something like that, and don't feel like meeting him again. No, did he say that he would pay us more? I don't think so. Not he paid in advance everything.
Yeah, everything in advance.
Yeah, so I think we don't need to even meet him again. I think we can just send a message to him that it's done.
Okay.
Just leave the doors closed properly, and I think we are good.
Okay. So putting the mansion of the Gorso behind you, you'll find yourself back in Odin Beer.
Yeah. Can I buy you guys for a drink? I have a strange offer to make.
Well, I could use a beer, Vander. Little beer to warm up that chilly face of yours.
Vander's gonna give you like this annoyed look as you say that to me. I think I'd rather like a glass of warm wine, to be honest.
I think you can get a Glühwein, no problem. Okay, we head towards a tavern. Probably it's gonna be kind of like a decent place near this area, I would imagine.
Well, the Lucky Leap is right there. If you want to go back to the Lucky Leap.
Yeah, well, then we go to the Lucky Leap. Yeah.
Okay. Just a quick second. Okay, actually, if I'm... Oh, let me set this up. Adai, Bone, Kazri, Cretion, Kira. So just to add a bit of atmosphere, there's actually a map for the Lucky Leap Tavern. So you should be able to see the Lucky Leap Tavern now. It's crowded. There's some commoners wandering around. There's these folks here. And just to give some atmosphere. So you arrive back at the Lucky Leap Tavern. And as you sit round and gather up for a beer and an ale, you think, man, we've accomplished good stuff. Ding, 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 level 3.
Okay.
So take a moment to do that.
All right, don't screw me again, hit points. Okay, that's decent.
Yeah, decent.
That's half. I'll take half.
Oh, another good.
Oh, that 8 for
Vander,
both.
pretty good.
Vander, 6. Nice.
Gotta love that. Boom. Which one should I do? You know? I feel like Pact of the Chain would be suitable for Bone.
I think you get a familiar with Pack of the Chain.
I do, yeah. Another one, I guess.
Counting Bone as a familiar.
Well, one can argue that. Sure.
Use Sledgehammer. It's very effective.
Okay, is everybody leveled up?
Not yet, but
Okay,
you
take
may
your time.
continue regardless.
Okay.
So, we'll say as you sit round and gather your... Treat this as a short rest, by the way, if you want. So take a short rest as appropriate. Ricio Tane comes up to the table, the barkeep of this place. He says, "All right, governors, you look like you could use a drink. What can I get for you all?"
I'll take a nice ale there.
"Sure thing, governor. What about you, big fella?" "Hello?"
Not reacting.
I think
"Okay.
he would like a beer.
All right, 2 beers, done. What about you?
For my
Yep.
for myself, good man, I would like a glass of wine if it wouldn't be too much of a bother.
Oh, no problem at all, governor. And what can I get you, duchesses? What would you like? Kara, I imagine, would order water or something simple. Kazri, maybe a wine? All right, I'll
Yeah.
bring those right over. We'll just settle it once you've finished. But you're up to 5 silver pieces for the round. And he returns back over there.
I will take 5 silver pieces to cover the run. So I have something to do tonight, and I think might be useful for you to come, but you don't have to. It's up to you. You see,
Been with you so far. Why not? What's one more night?
you see this night there is gonna be some preparations for a big event in the city. Some nobles will be there in preparation for a bigger event later on, as I said. The kingdom wants to celebrate the prosperity of the last years. I have to attend. This is my obligation that comes from my family. As I said, you don't have to, but it may be useful for you to meet the people who are controlling, maybe is the word, controlling the city, ruling it. Some of them are nice people. Many are simple-minded, only interested in dances and flavors of and colors of the food. But you may get some coin. You may get some interesting proposals. The only caveat is that you should be careful not to make any mess. Otherwise, it will be immediately bad for you and bad for me in the long term. I trust in you if you are coming with me.
Well, I think I can manage that. But while you guys talk among yourselves, excuse me, this ale tastes a little sour. I'm gonna go order something else.
Sure thing.
And Gracian, for reasons we both know, let's go into a second voice channel. Okay. Yeah, so we was talking in Thieves' Cant. What would you like to say?
All right, friend. I got your message there. What are there any limits on what I can ask of you?
As you know, Governor, and I know, Governor, no price, no item is too far beyond the pale, given the right coinage. What are you looking for, Governor?
I I'm gonna need some people to chase somebody out of town. That Gareth guy that's going around flashing all that coin. I mean, flashing coin everywhere, as you know, could get yourself in such a world of dangerous situations.
Well, I can make some inquiries for you, sure, Governor, but that is going to cost you quite a bit of coin. I mean, to
How
get
much
in,
coin we talk?
oh, talking maybe 200-300.
Oh, yeah, that's a little rich for my blood.
I mean, now that might even be too cheap, Governor. I mean, he is a noble. He's got political connections here. He's got a goddamn mansion, for goodness sake.
I know, I just cleaned out that mansion for him.
Oh, well, I hope he got properly rewarded. And let's just say between you and me, those Gorsos, they were here a number of years ago, and quite frankly, I'm happy to see the back of them. They were not quite right. You know when you talk to someone, Governor, and they don't look you quite in the eye, look like slightly to the left? It's like slightly off-putting? Yes, that sort of vibe, but there's something extra creepy about them. Can't put my finger on it, but yeah. Getting old Gareth out of town, mate, dunno. Hard to do, Governor.
Okay, well, we'll just do me a favor. If you see any posters somehow pop up that says "Wanted Kazri 500 gold reward," could you just make sure to take those down and dispose of them?
Oh, yeah, I could absolutely do that, but, you know, cost of removal is going to leave damage on my wall. It's going to leave stains. I have to dispose of the papers. That all adds up to quite a lot.
Oh, how much? How much would you like?
I think just a gold piece to remove any posters from the Lucky Leap would be more than adequate.
Friend, to tell you what, here's 3, and if you find a cheap deal on some studded leather armor, just let me know where that deal would be.
Absolutely. All right, you have a good day, Governor.
You too, guys.
Okay, let's go back to the other voice channel. Okay. Incretion returns with a different ale, the same ale, a non-stale ale.
One's you see a different ale, slightly redder, more like a red ale than that darker brown ale he just.
Okay, that'll cost you a silver piece then. All right. So,
yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, in Christian, when you were ordering something else, we were talking about tonight. Would you like to join with these constraints that I mentioned?
Sure, absolutely.
As I was telling Bone when you were gone, I'm not sure, but you may need to handle your weapons. Okay, I cannot promise that you can keep them.
What weapons, friend? All I have is a dagger.
I see. You know what I mean. I don't know how well they will check. I trust you, but there may be some rules that you need to keep in mind. You may be lucky, and you may get to see how I get humiliated for a second time this week. So, you know, some laugh for you, maybe. Hopefully, not that much.
Don't worry, I would never laugh at you.
Does this have anything to do with what happened to your ear?
It does, man, my friend. It does.
I'll be intrigued.
Well, maybe you figure out tonight. Otherwise, with a little bit more beer and more food, I will tell you the story. I promise.
I won't pry then.
Yeah, so you may need some better clothes if you want, but you don't have to. It's just, these people are narrow-minded and superficial, so keep that in mind.
So these are true silver spoons. I understand. Wait, There's not gonna be
You
more
will-
ass crack, is there?
You will get the best of the best.
Can you guarantee me there'll be no ass crack like yesterday morning?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're off to join the party? It's alright?
Yeah. So I'm gonna get some preparations myself. So I've been in combat, so I will get either my clothes clean or I will take a change of clothes. If I have to buy them, I will do it.
Sure. You
So
don't
at
have to
least I
clean up your
look
clothes.
decent. Even yeah. So, but
know,
I will keep my armor and everything. But I will just try to look not horrible. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy. I'm not gonna buy another pair of boots. I'm gonna go with my boots.
Sure.
At least that.
Okay, anybody else doing anything in preparation for this party? This pre-ball party?
I'll take all my cards and make them look like it's just a fancy playing deck. That way they don't look like weapons.
Sure. And Kiara and Kezri gonna politely decline your invitation to the party. So, since they're not here, it's easy enough to do. And
And by the way, so thing else, I will buy 10 gold pieces worth of charcoal and you need to find familiar. So basically, I will get an owl.
Oh,
I just saw your
We don't have our
message,
third
Christian.
level abilities yet, though, right?
And sure, that's no problem. Feel free to switch them.
Oh, nice.
I think it makes sense from his point of view. Okay, so you buy some charcoal incense. Cool. Okay.
Yes. And then I will use 1 hour for the spell.
And what?
Do we have our level 3 abilities since we haven't rested yet?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yep. I mean, we're probably about halfway through the initial adventures for the introductory adventures. And by the end of the introductory adventures, you're at level 5, which is where kind of the campaign proper starts. But I think these introduction adventures give you a bit of a background, like, who the Red Cloaks are, for example, the Noble District, all bits and pieces. So I think it's cool from that point of view. So we're about halfway through, and then we'll get into the main meat of the adventure. And I promise you, nothing will go wrong. This peaceful kingdom will be perfectly at peace. Nothing interesting will happen.
I was thinking of investing in some property or something. Yeah.
Let's turn it into a real estate simulation. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Vander, I see what familiar you want. If you want to send me some character art at some point over the next week, I can make a little token up for you next year. I don't think your familiar will come into play much for the rest of the session, probably, but if it does... so you cast the ritual and your familiar appears? What does your familiar look like, Vander?
well, it's going to be something that's invisible, so no one's going to be able to
that's a good
see
point.
it away.
Okay. So, yep. Okay, so with the preparations done, with Vander's something or other flying around, you make your way across Oned Bear to the location of the party, which is the Hills Wine Nectary, which is all the way over here at location 3. Now, the Hills Wine Nectary is a cozy little shop, not terribly big, but it's known to offer some of the best wines the kingdom can offer, and even some from faraway exotic lands. And you see a simple shopkeep there, looking pretty bored, and as you open the door, there's one of those bells that goes ding, 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 ding. Hello, what are you interested in? Can I get you a wine? not sure you could afford it, but what can I get for you?
We are here for the preparations. I'm invited.
You're one of those, are you? All right, what's your name, sir? I'll check the guest list.
My name is Ade.
Family name? You know, family names are the most important part of this.
I
So,
know,
Ade?
but the player I forgot for 1 second. Sorry.
You don't know your own name, sir?
I had a long day, as one does.
Okay. Caramosa.
Caramosa.
Yeah. There's your
My
full
name
name
is
there.
Ade Tiago Caramosa. I'm gonna write in my
Tiago Caramosa. All right, you may go. And it says here you might invite visitors. I assume these gentlemen are accompanying you?
Yes. These are the valorous and brave Bendur, Bon, and Christian.
You know I cannot just accept first names. So you, Bone, what is your last name? Hello? Hello?
Let his last name. Well, let's just say that his last name is Jansen.
What do you mean, let's
And-
just say his last name is Jansen? Is his last name Jansen or is it not?
It is.
Make a persuasion check. You phrased that exactly wrong.
Persuasion.
Alright, you're still whispering to me, but I saw the 17.
Oh,
Oh, fine, Bone Jansen. And your name is,
my name is Vander Jan.
Vander Jansen. It's two Jansens. Got it. And what about your name? Looking a little slimy there. You'll fit right in. What's your name? He says, gesturing to Incretion.
Friend, it's just Incration.
Family name, please.
I don't know my family name, sir. I was adopted, so all I know is it's Incration.
You bringing someone with you, Ade Caramosa, who was of so little heritage he doesn't even have a family name?
Malcolm, is this guy a noble or is just a herald, like an officer or something like that?
No, not a noble. He's a shopkeeper.
I put my weight in front of his face and I look at him down. I bring whoever I want. Is it clear?
My apologies, Sir Caramosa. You know these things are protocol and everything, but just for you, I will write down Incration. You may
You
enter.
can write in question twice and then that will be fine.
Incration. My apologies, sir. Okay, and he opens the cellar door leading downwards. Just follow your nose. You can't go wrong. And have a pleasant evening. And I pray you don't get any chills.
When I go in downstairs, I look back and I say, this might be a hint of what the night expect, what you can expect from the night.
Okay, so you head down the cellar, down the stairs. Sorry, yep, Christian.
On the way down, so nobody in the party sees me, I'm gonna slap myself with a little bit of guidance. What? A rogue that knows guidance? What is this?
Plot twist. Okay, you can make me a sleight of hand check and see if you can beat the massive passive perception of 12 to get past Bone. An ally, for that matter. Oh, there, you don't notice it. So you slap your hand and you got guidance, and that's going to last for a minute. So not a lot, but a minute. Okay, so you go down into the cellar, and there's like a little coat room almost. and there's a butler type person there. All right, welcome to the event of the pre-ball. Let me just get my notes. We play, you have a pleasant time, and I am sure the Domerin brothers will be most welcome to you. You may leave your clothes here.
No, friend, I'll keep my coat on. Thank you very much.
No, I simply must insist that all of your clothes are left here before you're allowed to go in.
No,
Shall we
no,
say it's the
you don't
dress
need-
code for tonight?
I make my own dress code. You don't need my clothes.
Look, this is the theme of the party. Let me give you a quick sample. And he swings open the door, and you see the massive wine cellar with all the barrels and stuff point aside. There's about 50 or so people there. They're all completely naked, and some of them are engaging in, shall we say...
Okay, I didn't know that.
They're engaging in lewd acts, and he closes the door. And he says, I assume you see why we need to do it now? Simply
And I
close.
see that you see why I need to keep my clothes on.
Well,
Nobody be touching me like that. So I'll keep my clothes, sir. Here's a gold.
Well, thank you for the gold, but you cannot enter with your clothes, I'm afraid. I mean, take your gold back.
I'm just
I
going-
simply cannot.
Guys, I apologize. I didn't know it would lead to that. I thought it was really preparation for the ball. Malcolm, I guess I didn't know anything about this craziness. But the real ball is gonna be normal, no? I imagine.
The real... Oh, yes, it's going to be in a proper place. Jazir, one of the Domerin brothers, comes up and says, Adai. Come inside, friend. I got some people I want to introduce to you. Just leave your clothes with the servants. Come on in. Come on.
Do you think it's a proper preparation for the ball that you're organizing?
Well, any party's a good preparation. Contacts, people you need to meet. Come on.
Okay. I look to the others, shaking my head, and I say, I told you, you will see some humiliation. And I remove my clothes, and I'm gonna go in.
Cool. I remember Doug said, I hope I'm not going to see any ass cracks. You see an abundance of ass
The
cracks.
sea of ass.
You get a beautiful view of my ass crack.
Yours is not the
As-
only one on display. Yes.
As I go inside.
Okay. So Adai puts his arm around. Okay, come on. What do the rest of you do?
I'm gonna just try to follow and just ignore the guy and keep my clothes on.
As you enter, 3 in fact, rather large gentlemen, completely naked once again, and they block you away from going in. Look, the dress code is obvious, mate. If you don't like it, then piss off.
But
But
you'll just
nothing.
let me through. It's okay. It's okay.
This is not a negotiation.
Do I
My
hear the
last name is
conversation?
Goroth. Let me through.
You do hear the
Vander-
conversation, Adai? And
Yes.
so what did you say? Borath or something?
No, Goroth. The I'm mimicking that I'm that one guy's last name.
Gorzo.
Oh,
Gorzo.
Gorzo. Okay. Look, mate, I don't care if you're the king himself. The dress code is simple. If you don't like it, then piss off. No one's forcing you to do this.
I walk back to Incration and I whisper to him, dude, I'm sorry that this situation sucks. I'm sorry that they invited you guys. You can leave. You don't have to do it. But please, I have enough problems. No, I don't need a fight here.
Vander is gonna teasingly say
I don't know
to
how
Rachel,
comfortable you are of having a big naked guy whispering to your ear, but that's up to you.
No, the major thing is he's not leaving his cards like out of sight.
I know,
Super
but I think I
valuable.
understood. Yeah, I understand what's the problem, Christian. But
Um,
I'm sorry, but I think you may not be able to go in. Please don't force the situation.
I'll shake your hand and I'll say I'm sorry. I'll wait outside as I give you guidance in case you need it for a conversation you're gonna have in the next
Okay.
minute.
Really sorry,
And then
man.
I'll just wait by the receptionist that's trying to take people's clothes.
Okay, I understand
Because
the
if they
dilemma.
hand over their clothes, I'm gonna pickpocket.
Oh, okay. Your party members or people coming and going? Who are you pickpocketing?
People coming and going. I'm not gonna pickpocket Vander or Adai, but people coming and going that are leaving their clothes there. Well, you know,
Sure.
pick.
Okay, so Adai walking in. What's Vander doing? Or Bone, for that matter.
well, Vander is getting naked straight
I-
away. He doesn't hesitate. And when he sees Enration struggling to get in dress, he's gonna tease him a little bit. It's kind of funny, and he's gonna say, "Come on, Enration, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? I think you'll enjoy the free space and everything like that. I'm sure you'll enjoy it, my friend."
Just gonna give you a wink and be like, I think I'll enjoy everything out here a bit more, and I might have a gift for you later, if you know what I mean.
Vander's gonna wink back and I say, "Maybe I think I know what you mean. Come on, Bone. Take off your lousy clothes. We're going to party."
Bone party. Dressing himself sort of weirdly.
Okay, so only Incretion and I guess Kazri and Kiara are not joining in. Now, this is quite a disturbing scene, so I don't want to describe it in too much detail, but I'm going to say that we'll start with Adai. They're trying to get you to engage in lewd acts and drinking drinks that look a bit sus. If you want to try and persuade or deceive or intimidate your way out of it, can you just make me one of those rolls, please?
With your
It's
guidance.
intimidation or persuasion.
I'm gonna try intimidation. I think. Yeah, I'm not interested in any of their business.
Okay, make an intimidation check.
That's a 10.
Are you proficient
Guidance.
in
You have your guidance?
intimidation?
No, I'm not.
Okay, feel free to add your proficiency on, since I'll say that's you know, expressing your nobility as well. So it'll be, what's your
12. That will be a 12.
plus a d4?
Ah, sorry, yeah. I forgot the difference. Thank you. That's a 13.
13. Okay, so they try and get you, engaged in vulgar or dangerous games, but you manage to, negotiate your way around, and they're not forcing you to do anything. So you're fine. Vander, I should say, if you wish to engage in this debauchery, then let me know. So what's Vander trying to do? To engage or avoid?
Well, first of all, Vander is gonna excuse himself to a bathroom. And he's gonna make Bone follow him to the door at least. He's gonna enter the bathroom, and then he's gonna cast Disguise Self to become another person that's also completely naked. He's then gonna leave the bathroom and make it obvious to Bone that this is Vander. And then he's going to join on the party activity.
Okay, cool. Okay, so I'm slightly uncomfortable explaining this, but engaging in the full debauchery that's on offer, Vander?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Also I also think Vander is gonna try to look for someone that seems, let's say, uh, by themselves, if that makes any sense. Someone that's shy. And he's also gonna try to, no matter who it is, male, female, or anything, he's gonna try to get them away from the crowds.
Okay.
Lead them away from the crowd.
First of all, can you make me a Constitution saving throw?
Ooh, I am not very good at those, but I'll try.
Okay, thank you. I'm not going to say who or what that's for. And everybody is here to be seen in every possible sense of the word. So to get someone away, I'll actually just make a persuasion check. Okay. 1 to 3, it's a female. It's a male. One of the nobles here from one of the houses. And she says, hello! Oh, what's your name?
Oh, my name is what would you call yourself? Banner is just gonna say my name is Ben.
Ben! Pleasure to meet you. Ah, what? I can't hear you. Ben, oh, do you look like a gold tooth? If you know who the gold tooths are?
I do. Aren't they goblins?
Yeah, so do you
Are
look
all
like
of
a
them
goblin?
goblins?
With your disguise self?
Maybe I should. Yeah, let's go for a goblin.
Yeah. Well, some of you, particularly Adai, would know that one of the noble families here is a group called Goldtooth, who are in fact goblins. I'll give you more history about that if you like, but sure. And it says, pleasure to meet you. My name is... What's my name? Looking for a noble name. My name is Halvard Wildtamer. What can I do for you, Ben?
Well, hell, I don't know about you, but I would like to maybe retreat somewhere more private, if you know what I mean. These big crowds, they are interesting and all, but
Oh, I know what
I
you
kinda
mean,
like the more
mate.
personal experience.
Sure. Sure, follow me.
Yeah.
And he takes you to one of the back rooms.
Nice. Vander is probably gonna try to kill him.
Okay.
Don't know why I expected anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, Vander. So he's doesn't expect this. He expects something completely different. Make me an attack roll. At advantage.
So I have my familiar here as well, right?
Yep. Yep.
So I'm going to give the command for the familiar to attack,
Sure.
while I myself also cast Chill Touch.
Does
I'm
chill
also going
touch-
to make sure that the door is locked.
Does
Yeah.
chill touch require material components because you have none?
No, it's just a cantrip.
Okay, sure. So make an attack roll with advantage for chill touch, or is it a save?
No, that's hit.
Okay, roll damage. Okay. The guy instantly dies. Your familiar follows up as well. And I'm just going to whisper something to you, Vander. So I think I know what this is about.
You are completely right.
So-
And after I'm done,
So,
I'm
don't
going
say
to...
don't say what you do, but I know what you do. You know what you do. So let's just leave it at
Yeah.
that. Okay.
I'm going to disguise myself as this guy as well.
Okay. So this guy, you do your frosty cantrip on it. Your familiar kind of digs its claws into it. The guy instantly dies. I mean, he's just a like a 4 hit point commoner, effectively. So Hellevad Wildhammer is no more. And you disguise self on yourself to look like a Hellevad Wildhammer. And you
Yeah.
open the door, lock it behind you, and join in on the party.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to, well, hide the body as best as possible. I don't want, well, I don't want my fingertips or anything like that. So I'm going to, what should I do? I think I'm going to just try to push it. Is there a bed nearby?
Oh, there's definitely a bed in the room. You could stuff him under the bed if you like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take my foot and gently push him with my leg underneath the bed. I'm not
Done.
gonna make too much of an effort, but I'm gonna make it a little less obvious that there's a dead body in here.
The bed has sheets on it, so you can put the sheets down as well. So just walking into the room won't be immediately obvious what happens to Hellevad Wildhammer.
Yeah, just for the night. I don't care too much about what's happening tomorrow.
Okay, and you rejoin the party.
I do, and I continue my activities,
Okay.
so to
What-
say.
What about Bone? What's Bone doing?
Oh, smash. No. He's
In what
just going to
sense?
stand around. He's just going to stand around and I'm not sure he would be uncomfortable. He just doesn't feel anything at all. He's just standing there.
Sure.
Probably freaking some people out, I'd say.
Well, some people are noticeably avoiding you, but a male and a female grab your hands and they try and pull you, shall we say, into a pile of bodies.
I'm sure he's just really resisting. He's just being led around.
Okay, so you end up in a pile of bodies. Shall we say, once again, lewd acts happen? Does Bone do anything to prevent them? Or is he just going with the flow?
He's just going with the flow, but there, say it like this, there won't be any blood flow to certain stuff, and he's just not going to know what to do with his other
Sure.
limbs. So he's just going to lie there, this sweaty pile of bodies, and just
Okay, make me a Constitution saving throw at advantage, since you're not really involved. Constitution saving throw at advantage.
yeah.
Ah, there we go.
Natural 20! Natural 20!
So, the party carries on to the small hours. The Domarin brothers, they're constantly pesting you and bugging you to take these certain drinks, take these certain drugs, get involved in these lewd acts. But Ada, you managed to avoid those whole situations and navigate the whole success and the whole event relatively well. Keeping you feel what you need to do as a noble person. You haven't offended anybody. You haven't gotten on the wrong side of the brothers. So what is a very uncomfortable situation, Ada, you've navigated it well, and Vander and Bone have navigated it well, but in different ways.
Yeah, at the end of the night, I will go back to my room, defeated and humiliated, and wondering what the hell I do with my life.
Okay, so the party ends, but we'll switch focus now to Incration on the outside. There are noble people coming. They're dressed in noble clothes. And they're just going through the check-in registration with the person who talked like this. What do you do?
Just wait for them to hand over their clothes, and I try to sleight of hand pickpocket stuff out of their pockets.
Sure. Make me 3 sleight of hand. Well, do 1 sleight of hand, and we'll make sure it's okay. But you can do 3 altogether.
Dang.
Yeah, I need to look up a
Was it
noble
16
statistic
and-
blocks.
that-
Just going to see what a noble's passive perception is. Let me quickly look that up. A noble's passive perception. Oh, where do I see that? Ah. Red cloaks! Red cloaks! Combat quick! This person is trying to steal from me! Quickly, quickly! Your hand was caught in the
No,
cookie
you have
jar.
it wrong. I'm trying to put a gold in your pocket.
No!
Giving
Red
gold to
cloaks! Red cloaks! This commoner is trying to steal from me! You can make a
Look,
deception
look.
check.
I'm
The
putting
difficulty class is going to be 25. Not sure you could even do that. Is it possible?
Even with a natural 20, that'd be a 24.
Guards! Guards! What are you doing, Cration? Hand was caught in the cookie jar.
I'm out. Poof, run, ducking through alleyways and everything.
Okay, this is the coin district. The perfect place to avoid notice would either be in the south district. This is more of a commercial district. So you start dashing off down the street. Let's just make this a basic stealth check to avoid the notice of the guards. So make a stealth check, and we'll compare that to passive perceptions of the guards if it comes to it.
Can I guide myself?
Sure. Sure, you cast the spell, slap yourself on the chest, and start running through the streets. Yeah, you easily evade the authorities.
31.
Yeah, well. 31? 30.
Oh,
But
30,
yeah.
And I'll
you-
go back to the Lucky Leap.
Okay, so dash back to the Lucky Leap. Yeah, because of your quick haste, you managed to avoid the red guards. That could have been an old different side adventure if your stealth wasn't as good as it is. Okay, so the party ends. The three of you leave, gather your clothes. Everything is in whatever you left. I should have mentioned weapons as well. I think that was obvious, but all your property is returned to you. What do you do?
Is Adai joining as well? He's leaving the party.
Yeah, living with shaking my head and with not much. So actually, I may not even notice you when I'm leaving. So unless you talk with me, I will just leave and go to my bed and possibly
Banner's
cry.
gonna place his hand on your shoulders, Adai. He's gonna see that you're a little bit upset, and he's gonna say, "Thank you for bringing me to this party. It's been splendid. I've enjoyed myself so much. Even though it doesn't seem like you can say the same."
Well, I'm happy that someone got something from it. Definitely not me.
May I ask what you were searching for? I know you and I don't really have this kind of friendship, but if you need someone to vent to, well, I'm here.
There is not much to say. I'm a member of a noble family and need to help my siblings and parents. Unfortunately, not using my best skills, as you have seen this morning, but using only my title.
Well,
A price
I do hope that-
for a comfortable life, I guess.
well, everything has its price, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But I do hope that even though you didn't get what you wanted today, there's always tomorrow, the bright one says.
Well, I got what I needed to get, but not what I wanted. That's at least enough.
Well, hopefully that thing that you needed will bring you the thing that you want.
That's some nice words. I didn't expect them from you, if I may say. But thank you.
Well, I know my way around people, even though they don't always appreciate it.
I will keep an eye.
Well, Adai, seems like the party's over. Should we perhaps retreat back to our humble abode?
Yeah, definitely. I need some rest. Maybe a shower. Let's go there. Maybe tomorrow we can find something else. Something else to do. Anything that will keep me out of this business.
Hopefully something that pays well as well. I think Bone looks a little bit tired, right, Bone? You seem like you had an eventful evening.
Why do you need so much money, by the way?
Well, do I need a reason to want a lot of money? Don't everyone?
Well, I mean, everybody needs money, but you seem to be needing it urgently, let's say.
Well, I'm saving up for something as much as everyone, but I'm an impatient. I want money as quick as possible.
This I can see. What about you, Bon? What do you want?
Oh. It's gonna just start contorting a bit. Face moves a bit. Stein. Doctor Stein.
I didn't get it, Bon. I'm sorry.
Bone move. It's gonna look at his hand, seemingly distracted from what you were asking. He's just gonna look at his arm and move it around. It's bone move.
Yeah, Bon moves, indeed.
Do you want to move to bed, Bone? Is that what you want?
Bone move. Transfixed to his arm.
Yes. Bone will move to bed straight away.
Okay. Well, yes, I think we all earned some rest.
What about Ration? Like, he didn't want to take off his clothes. I'm not gonna make any speculations as of why, but he might be an embarrassed fella. But
Well,
I do wonder where he is nonetheless.
I would imagine we will find him tomorrow morning at the inn. Until then, I think I need some rest.
Okay. So
And I
you
head to the inn.
to the Lucky Leap Tavern.
Yes.
Okay, as you're all making your way back there at various different times, the one thing that is unique, I guess, about this world is the moon itself is shattered into several fragments. I guess it's probably common knowledge that for many, many years ago, the whole land was ruled by these creatures called the Dark Angels, who were just oppressive, horrible, evil, vindictive creatures who ruled with an iron fist, and anybody who disagreed was killed. Eventually, a group of adventurers came together and they shattered the moon, which was blocking all the sunlight, just leaving the place in perpetual darkness. And when the moon was broken and shattered, that was the beginning of the end for the reign of the Dark Angels. So everybody would know that. It's common knowledge. But as you head back, the remnants of the moon at the highest, and on such evenings, these evenings are called Nights of the Witch Moon. Something slightly odd about it. And can everybody roll me a d20, please?
Okay. Okay.
Ooh,
Something really good and really bad. Okay, we have both flavors. We'll see what happens.
Moon falls on bone.
Well, firstly, Incration, you making your way back to the Lucky Leap with little problem. having avoided the authorities. But the rest of you, on your way back, you notice there's a young woman, maybe 25 or something, just wearing typical commoner clothes. Nothing particularly remarkable about her. But she is dragging a boy, maybe 4 years old, behind her. And the boy is screaming and yelling and, quite frankly, looks terrified. And this young woman is far too powerful for the boy, and she's just dragging him. And you see this sort of, we'll say down, when you're about here, down one of these streets down here. She's dragging him this way. What do you do? And the natural 20, Adai was the one who noticed this first.
Okay. I shouted at her. Hey, you! What's going on there?
Hey, this ain't none of your business, mister. Piss off.
Well, it seems. Do I feel like they look alike or something like that? That may feel like.
Oh, like a mother-son type relationship.
Yeah. So I mean, I've been travel family, so I wonder whether it feels like a natural thing that the mother and a kid will do, or something stranger than that.
Sure. So make an insight check.
That's a 9.
You're not sure. They could be related. Both have a similar kind of light brown skin tone. Look, I told you this is none of your business. And the boy gets straight.
Well,
What's it? Help! Help! It's not my mother. Help! No! Look, be quiet. Stop causing trouble, you little shit. You'll be grounded if this behavior continues.
Let's calm down. We can call a red clock, and they can just figure out what's going on. And if I'm wrong, and I will apologize for your time. But I think that will make also a lesson for the kid. So I think we should do that.
No. You don't need to involve the red cloaks.
Yeah,
They're corrupt as the day is long. We don't need them. Come with me, boy. Help! Help!
Hey! I will just walk towards them and try to interrupt their movement.
Sure.
As I say, let's call a red clock and figure out what's going on.
Okay, so that's what Adai's doing. What's Bone and Vander doing? Are they just tagging along, seeing what's happening? What are they doing?
Yeah, Vander is just gonna follow. Do you want to? I have something in mind that I want to try. Bone, do you want to say something first?
Well, I think if we also, we see Adai heading over and being stopping on or track back to the Lucky Leap with a little bit of delayed reaction. Bone is also going to lumber over.
Okay, so start walking to the Lucky Leap, realize you're alone, and backtrack and follow them. That's the idea?
Just following Vander, but seeing that he looks at Adai, he's going to also just turn his body to look at Adai, see the situation, and he's not going to wait for an instruction. He's going to lumber over in the direction.
Sure. And Vander, you wanted to try something?
Yeah, Vander's gonna go up to the female. He's gonna get real close, and he's gonna act real. He's gonna try to be charming with her, and he's gonna say, "Wow, you're simply stunning. I must say. Can I know your name?"
Yeah, my name's Nanya.
Um,
Yeah, none your business. Now piss off.
Vander's gonna cast charm person.
Interesting. So DC 13 Wisdom save. Interesting. Okay. Let me make a roll. It's a plus. Oh. For some reason, you cast this spell, you feel the magic leaving your body and entering the body of this female, like perhaps you've done this before. No effect. It's not like she didn't save, she didn't do anything. It just doesn't affect her. Get your dirty hands off me! As I said, this is none of your business! She starts dragging the boy away, who continues to scream, obviously terrified, and is begging for help.
Vander is gonna look at her with piercing eyes, and he's gonna say, "You're something else, aren't you?" And he's gonna look over at Ada and he's gonna say, "Well, this looks like a female, doesn't it? I'm not so sure she is." And he's gonna look back at this female, expecting a reply.
You do not know who you're dealing with. And the beautiful appearance of this female commoner turns, and her face turns green, her skin turns green, her long beautiful hair turns into scraggly white hair, long fingernails with her fingers are kind of all bone and fingernails extend to a disgusting leap. And you do not know what you're dealing with. If you want to help this boy, you can help this boy. But he will never walk again until he dances with giants. And she waves her hands. The boy collapses into the ground. Yep.
Banner's just gonna say, don't misunderstand. I don't really care if you take this boy or not. I was just curious about you."
Poof, she disappears.
That's what he's gonna say.
She disappears.
And the boy
And
collapses, tries to get up, but his legs are not working. And in case it wasn't clear, he said she would walk again when he dances with giants.
When he dances with giants, okay.
Help! Oh, my legs don't work! Help me!
I will walk towards him.
Let's do something! My legs aren't working, mister! Help me!
Sure, may be able to do something. I think you have been hexed by the witch. Where do you live?
My house is down there in the South District. She's been dragging me for some time. Please just make my legs work. They were working a second ago.
I don't know if I can help. I can try, but I need help. This is gonna look strange, but Vandur, I've seen that you have some ability to make noises in places. Can you make music?
I can't make complex music. I can make perhaps singing.
Some rhythm, at least.
Maybe minor illusion. Can it create like a beating of drums?
Sure.
Yeah, that was
Or any
sufficient.
other sound that you do. Yeah, I can make some simple rhythm with drums and such.
Okay, so I hold the boy towards me, and so my eyes are gonna start glowing, and I point towards the side of us, and I cast Silent Image, which I think whether I can. And I create a 15 foot giant, or which starts dancing, and I start dancing also with the boy, like holding it.
Okay, so the rhythm of the drums is
With the
silent.
rhythm of the music.
Okay, you kind of help the boy dance, sway back and forth. It has no effect. You suspect that a silent image of a giant is not, in fact,
I know.
a giant, but worth a go.
Yeah. I'm sorry, boy, but I think we need to find something else. let me bring you home. Bone, can you help me?
Oh,
And I hand the boy to Bone,
Okay.
hoping that he can carry him, and we
Oh.
go into the direction that he indicated.
Yeah, the boy is hysterical, but he's a boy. Bone can pick him up no easily, and he directs you down. In fact, he's not in the South District. He's down here in the shanties. They're very much the slum of the area. He's all the way down here. Okay, the boy is kind of pointing and grunting. He's not making a lot of sense. So we'll say, Adai, can you make me an investigation check, please?
That's an 18.
You do find his house, but the party finished up quite early in the morning. So there's a house that you think is this boy's home. What do you do?
So it's really early, I mean. It doesn't matter. I will knock the door. I will wake up anyone who is there. Doesn't matter.
Okay, it's does a bit of loud knocking, and it takes a minute or so before a woman opens it. And the one thing about the shanties, it is obvious to anybody who lives there, it's a slum. It has all the usual things you find in slum: ramshackle houses. There's no real sewage system, so there's rivers of unpleasantness flowing through here. All the outside of the houses are dirty. No one has time to clean it. They're made from bits of wood and iron sheets and things like that. So very, very basic housing. But the woman opens the door. She appears to get hastily dressed, and the one thing you notice, her clothes are pristine. They're very tidy. They're very neat. In stark contrast to the filth that she lives in. And says, "Who's that? Knock him. Justin, put my boy down! Put him down right now! What are you doing with him?"
He was with the witchy moon. A witch came and take him.
A
We
witch
found
took
him
him?
in the city. Yes, he can tell you, but the witch.
Mama, there was a lady and she cursed me and I can't walk. Make it better, Mummy. Make it better. Justin, my boy, no! And she tries to grab the boy from Bone. Does Bone let her?
Don't let go of the boy, Bone.
you won't let go of the
What?
boy.
She's going to try and grab the boy with a fury only a mother can muster. She's going to roll a d20 at advantage. So beat a 19, otherwise she's going to get the boy from you, Bone. Mother's fury. Special ability.
Rage.
Yeah.
He's gonna just slump a bit, letting go of the boy, holding his head in his hand.
So she grabs the boy, hold him close to his chest. You see his legs just, she's grabbed him round the waist, and you see his legs just flailing uselessly behind him. I was, Mama, they said until I dance with giants, I'll spend my lifetime this. Do you know any giants, Mummy? Oh, no, I don't, darling. I don't. And she looks back at you guys.
This is a horrible situation, but did I ever seen a giant in the city, Malcolm?
I'll make a history check.
Or anywhere else? So I have no idea where to find giants in this world.
22.
It's a 22.
You do recall a couple of people. There is a rather large gentleman called Ferdinand Ironhammer. and another one named Garen Saray. The first one at location 62, the second one at location 60.
Did the witch say when you dance with giants or with a giant?
Plural, wasn't it?
Since he said giants, but I want to be sure if I remember correctly. Whether I need to get both of them or not.
Here are her exact words.
A giant. Okay, single.
A giant. Okay, that's good. I need to get one. I think I know 2 giants in the city. We may be able to help, but only tomorrow. So only later during the day, I may be able to approach them. Can you take care of your son until then?
I've taken care of this boy my entire life. Of course. Look, I'm sorry. I'm in a bit of a state. I apologize. Thank you for bringing the boy back to me. Ever since his father has died, it's just been me and Justin. And I thank you for bringing him back to me. But you must understand this is very stressful for me.
Well, I will be devastated if I will be you, so I totally understand.
So
We can take a look.
You come back in the morning?
I will try to come as soon as I can. Maybe not in the morning, maybe later, depending on how much time I need to get Sombrin or Garin here.
Of course, of course. And you head back to the Lucky Leap?
Yes.
Vander is gonna approach the female.
Yep.
And he's gonna say, do you mind if I tell you a little secret?
Okay.
And he's gonna beckon with his finger, with her ear, so he can whisper something to her.
Okay. Do you want to whisper it to me and roll 20?
Yeah, why not? That's cool.
Sure.
But I don't want to hear.
So you whisper that, and she doesn't whisper back. She goes to slap you right in the face. And she misses horribly. How dare you imply such a thing, you monster!
I'm going to gently tug on her clothes and say, well, it's not big of a secret, is it? But it would be safe with me for a little bit of compensation for that unruly slap that you just did.
She goes to slap you again. The 16 beats your armor class?
Yeah, it does.
You take 1 point of damage. Now get out of here! We might not have any red cloak or royal swords protection here, but we can gather up a whole group of people who will beat the shit out of you. Now piss off out of here.
Well, my little boy, it seems like mommy sold you for some nice clothes, doesn't it? I mean, did she wear these nice clothes when you left?
Incoming
and just gonna
slap.
take a couple of steps.
Boom. Misses again.
Miss again.
And the lady says,
I'm gonna
look,
give you a fair warning, lady.
look,
If
you
do that
shut
again,
your mouth. I may live in
This
filth,
guy will-
but I scrub and I scrub and I scrub to keep my clothes as clean as I possibly can. Just because I live in shit doesn't mean I live in shit. I break my back to make these clothes as clean as I possibly can. And I resent the implication that I sold my boy for clothes. Now get the hell out of here. And with all this, commotion, several people have come out of their houses. Some see what's going on. Some have bits of wood in their hand.
I just approach back to Vander. What's going on?
Well, it seems like we attracted a little bit too much attention for my liking. I don't know about you, that, but
Well, I was leaving. I don't know what the hell you're doing here.
oh, I'm just making an implication, but I can tell you later. I think we should go.
Well, I was going, so let's go.
We'll leave. I'm gonna bring Bone with me as well.
Sure.
And on the way, I'm just gonna make this statement that it's weird that their clothes seemed so nice while living in the shanties. Maybe
So just
she
to
made
be
a deal
clear,
with,
she wasn't wearing any noble clothes or anything. That she was feeling fairly normal
They were
clothes,
clean, no?
but they were clean.
Oh, I thought they were like very nice looking clothes. Like, yeah, okay.
Well, they're
then
nice
my
because they're so
misunderstanding.
clean.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna let it go either way. It was a fun encounter nonetheless.
Okay. Well, we're going to assume that you mistook her clean clothes for clothes of great value, and we'll do it that way. Okay, cool. Okay, so you make your way back to the Lucky Leap Tavern. It's a little sketchy going through the South District. There's lots of ne'er-do-wells there, but you avoid them easily enough. Now, we're going to switch back our attention to Incration. Now, I imagine as you left this area here, you tried to like make yourself as least conspicuous as possible, right? Like hiding to the shadows, going through back roads.
Yeah.
Would that be fair?
Sticking to the corners, going through the alleys, yeah.
Okay. So the easiest way to do that is Incration right there. Is to follow along the old wall. And the old wall was the original wall of the city, but has since expanded in the new wall, hence old wall, new wall. And get my notes back. You notice, I mean, you're not aware of the history of the old wall. Maybe Adai or someone could help you with that. But as you're walking and following along this old wall back to the Lucky Leap Tavern, you notice some writing on the wall. Looks like quite ancient writing.
Is it common, elvish, or primordial? Or thieves' cant?
Let me just check. It's written in common, like in the sense that it has A, B, C, D, E, F on it, but when you spell out the words, they make no sense to you whatsoever. I'll tell you what, make me a history check. So you can crack the code. Maybe you've seen this before.
Can I guide myself? No, I don't want it to break my stealth, so I will not guide myself. So
Okay.
just normal history. I ain't seen shit.
Yeah, maybe someone else could read it, but for now it's beyond your ability to read.
I'm just gonna write it down right now so I can maybe have Adai or Vandar take a look at it.
Sure. So you copy it down. It's easy enough to copy. As I said, it's got the ABCs, but doesn't really make sense to you. Back to the Lucky Leap.
Back to the Lucky Leap.
Oh dear. Dragging one too many things. Let's delete the gracious. So everybody eventually makes their way to the Lucky Leap. By this time, you guys are verging on exhaustion. I assume you spend the night at the Lucky Leap?
Yep.
For a silver piece, you absolutely can. Okay, so take a long rest if you haven't had a long rest, if you wish to do anything during the evening or anything. Otherwise, we'll just fast forward to early the next morning.
Yeah, I'll just talk to Adai and Anvar in the morning about the writing.
Sure. Okay, so around the proverbial breakfast table, what do you do?
I'll take out the sheet. I'll just show it to Adai and Vandar and be like, yeah, last I was interested, I had to take off. Might have gotten noticed, but was able to take the back alleys. Went past that old wall place, and there was this writing on it. Does it make sense to you, Adai, being from the city, or Vandar with your magical talents? Maybe you could make heads or tails with this.
Okay, everybody, I think,
I
except
can definitely
Bone,
check.
can make me a history check.
I cannot really tell. Not sure. Doesn't ring a bell.
Vander, you do manage to crack the code. It's written... it's written in a language, and let's think of it as like Old English, but very, very Old English. And you think it came from the time of the Dark Angels. It's that old. And if you remember, the Dark Angels were the creatures who ruled with great authority, great venom and viciousness until the moon was shattered. So it comes from that type of area, and it translates to that.
Hide out at the
Interesting. Well, where exactly did you find it, Enratium? Seems
if
like
we got
the-
time, I could take you to the place. I mean, it's inscribed right on the wall.
Do you think it might be find a hideout at the top of the wall, perhaps?
That's what I'm thinking. Unless it means the that old building that was all stone out there, the Barry Tower. I mean, unless you're talking about a hideout at the top of the tower.
Could be. I guess there's only one way to find out. Are you guys keen on a little morning climb?
Maybe later. You guys want to go ahead? We can meet later. But I was thinking of meeting the giants. Maybe I can convince them to one of them to go and help the poor kid from yesterday.
Kid? What are you talking about, a kid?
Sorry, Christian. We on our way back from that thing that we were attending. We encounter, there was this strange night with this strange moon. We found what seemed like a woman dragging a poor kid, and Bender realized she got something else on her, like she was pretending to be someone else. We confront her, and she disappeared not before putting a poor kid into basically making him unable to walk. But as she cursed him, she was giving us some hints on maybe how we can manage to make this kid to walk again. And for that, we need to find a giant. There are two I know in the city.
Wow, you really got into all kinds of stuff last night.
Well, I think we can get our names into the Santish by helping this kid. If it's worth anything, at least minimum help someone who may be, becoming something in the future. So yeah, go
May I
ahead. Go to the. We can split if you want and meet later. Maybe we can find out what else the city offers us.
Yeah, I'm going to suggest that we split forces. Might be good to scout each our path. So you deal with that boy or whatever, and I will try to find out about this hideout. That seems so much more exciting.
Okay, so that seems to be a good point to wrap up the session for now. You have this strange hideout to investigate. This child as well, who apparently needs to dance with giants. And of course, in the background of all this, hopefully Kiara can join us next week because you've got her missing friend Myra to try and investigate as well. But that's good. Okay, guys, great session. And we'll see you or bright and early next week. Or bright and early or late for the Europeans, I guess. Morning for me, afternoon for Doug, evening for everybody else. Perfect. Okay. Good night. Good afternoon.
See you guys.
See you later, guys.
Yeah.
Bye.